We live. We live.
Joe, why are you behind the counter? Why are you wearing the hat?
Welcome to Krispy Kreme, man. What can I get you? The glazed are fresh. I made them myself while I watched. Come on, man. Same thing.
You're a former president of the United States working the register at a donut shop.
I'm not working, Jack. I'm volunteering. They let me eat for free if I wear the hat. Best deal I ever made. Better than NATO, man.
That is better than NATO? That might be the only smart deal you've ever made. Happy National Donut Day, folks. The 46th president is Employee of the Month. And honestly, this might be his best job yet.
Well, that was a short and quick one.
I noticed they've been shrinking them down a little bit. Ooh, look at the rain. It's raining like a hump out.
Yeah, it came down pretty good on us a little while ago.
This has been all day. I don't even know. It's weird. Last week it rained a little bit and then rained a lot at night. And then it didn't rain for a couple of days. And yesterday it rained really hard. Today it started raining at about 10 and hasn't stopped. I mean, literally, just 3 inches of water in my backyard. Hey, at least the golf's out there no more. The golf was out there earlier this morning. It was about 10 inches.
Well, I was going to say, if you got 10 inches of water in your backyard, thank God you got a pirogue.
I think my house is 10 feet off the ground. I like it.
Well, it's a good thing you have a pirogue, and now you can navigate your backyard.
When I got back to it, no, fuck that. I'll go get the boat, man. Crank it up. Walk out, put the boots on, walk out that boat. Take off.
You're going to have some trenches in your lawn if you do that.
I've got, it's a Stratus with a 400 horsepower Mercury engine. So it's a 400, the engine's a 400 and it's about 477 horsepower.
Yeah, it's like a V8 on the ocean.
Yeah, it's a big V8 and it's in a big deep fiberglass, so it doesn't jump the waves as much as it cuts through. But it does jump a bit. Once you hit about 80 miles an hour, your ass will be flying at the water. Matter of fact, you got to be paying attention. Yeah. I blew a strap on it the first day I had it. I'm cruising along. We're doing about 90. Ooh, we're coming out the water and you hear the engine go, wow! So I reach over, throttle down. But by the time I did, there's a rubber bushing in there that keeps it from ripping your flywheel out if it stimulates. Anyway, the little boot just ripped into two pieces. Well, it was right after COVID. I'm trying to get somebody to work. It's out in the shop for 2.5 years. I got it fixed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Then I sold it. I was like, well, I had to trim it. So I paid $5.5 for it. Figured it after 2.5 years. I'm like, well, I'll just sell the damn thing for whatever. And I sold it and got $10,100 for it.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I didn't even realize it when I had talked to the guy after I bought the boat a while now. That motor had been balanced, pre-planted. He said if you took the injection system off and put a carburetor on it, it would reduce about almost 600 horses. I was like, wow.
I think we actually talked about this boat before. Yeah,
it's a beast of a boat, but like I said, drove it one time, well, 2 times. After that. Because after I got it fixed up to go one time too. Got it up to.
Oh, by the way, our buddy Dexter Sean Kelly will be popping in around the 8 o'clock mark.
Man, we're gonna start sending him a bill. I seen that earlier. Jeremy Walker Brown, some asshole off of Pal Talk. Something about everybody on the show is insane. I think you're right.
Well, you can expand that to say everybody on this network.
No, we got one singing person.
That's
right. She's retired. She's retired. So that don't count.
Yeah.
Jeremy, what are you talking about? Who? Michelle? Michelle's crazy than I am. What you talking about? No, I love Michelle, but she's easy, man. I wouldn't fuck with her. Stupid or something. Besides, you was telling me the other day you want to show that's a girl you got to talk to get a show. Why would you give me? How much money are you going to give me? Why don't you pop in the chat room and type that into the world and see it? Yeah, you give me the right amount of money, I'll give you a show. I'll put you on with Jay. Y'all can talk about living in Asia. You can
And
pay
I've
for
never
y'all
lived in
to-
Asia, so how would I talk about that?
Well, I was gonna say he could pay for y'all to go spend a couple months of it. You could broadcast live from Asia.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Jeremy's worth about 40 million now, 38 million. Don't lie, 'cause I know you're a lady, dude. Don't even. He's well, I should say ex-customer. That's what he was actually stopping by to bitch at me about, because he needs a contractor this week. Okay, I won't come I didn't say I didn't do any work. I'm very picky and choosy. What's that done? Ooh,
Whoa, whoa!
I don't know how
There's
that's
a
done to the
schnitzel.
evil.
There's a schnitzel in the room. What's that? Is that the Chihuahua?
Yeah, that's Lola saying F you.
Oh, Lola.
That's enough, Lola. Lola.
Ooh,
And you always gotta get that one more bark in.
someone's got her dander up. What'd you do? Step on her tail?
No, it's thundering outside, dude. It's raining like
Oh.
a bitch here. Let me see. Hold on. Let's give y'all a tour real quick. I don't know how much you can see of this. This camera's a little long.
Your camera's off if you're trying to show us something.
No. Won't be off the long.
Ooh, look at that. They're biting. Joe, get your reel. Get your rod and reel and cast out, man. You got some bites out there.
I mean, that whole area I just flooded. Look at it.
That's what you get for living in the lowland and
Yeah,
low
that's
end, what is it, low country area.
I gotta dust all that off. I forgot I was drilling one up there. But there you go, people. That's technically my front road. Actually, it's my front leak right now. But still, that's cool.
If you drill a bunch of holes in your yard, it'll let the water escape.
Let the water in. See, we don't live in normal place. Whoa, what's with this thing? We don't live in normal places like y'all do. When you dig a hole down here, it fills up. It burgles up from the ground.
Yes, I know. It was a trick, Joe.
I'm just saying, man. That's what it does. You try to fill my yard up with water. See, now it's lighting up the camera back there. The pictures with it. Well, I could have been a weatherman.
Mhm.
See, and there's the front right there. And that little thing right there is crazy lightning. See it spiraling around right there. And then this
Yeah, I
is a
see the lights.
UFO up here, man. There's a UFO up there.
They coming to get you.
That's somebody's naked ass over there. So I'm not sure. Actually, that's it. Oh, no, there's naked ass right there. I'm sorry. It's right there. It's a Battlefield Earth picture. It's a Frank Frazetta. It's a collector's item. Sorry. It was a gift from Writers of the Future. They're helping them out and helping them just get more people involved and and helping them with their overseas audience, because you have a huge overseas audience. That's enough of all that noise out there. Actually, Don, I got about 10 cameras for that. I only got like 4 of them. So. Yeah, well, I'll put them out there. Hear that? I hear it, girls. Calm down. It's they won't even go up there with their mom or vacuum daddy like that few buddy. Hey, we dummies, man. Dummies and dummies. Okay. Hush up. Okay. Yeah, Carl, I just realized there's nothing on Rumble right now.
Oh, we forgot Rumble. Damn it.
It's yeah. No, give me a second. There's nothing on. There's nothing there. We didn't set it up. I could lie to you and say it was a glitch, but it's not. We just forgot to set it up because we're set up for Office Quill ahead of time. And if Jay and I don't think about it right away, we forget.
It's not like StreamYard where you can set up multiple shows and have them ready to go. You can only do one at a time on Rumble, which is kind of silly if you have multiple shows or multiple platform station.
We got one package where you could do 3, but it doesn't really help us out with the station. I'd like to put everybody on it because the shows do better in live mode than they do in rerun.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, while you're fiddling around with that, we're still 85 seconds away from midnight.
We're still here on planet Earth.
And still, the legacy media and the non-legacy media, they're all saying World War III is around the corner. You know, I don't. Why do we want to start a third world war over Iran? I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, nobody wants to start a war, a real war over Iran. I just don't think that's a real thing. I think that's,
unless the thing that they really wanted in Iraq, they found out is actually in Iran, and that's what they're doing. I don't know.
No, Jack. I don't think nobody really wants a real war. No, I just don't think that's what it is. I think I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. No,
Well,
really.
I'm sure some of the there are some people in power that would like to see a world war event. In many reasons, it makes them richer. It depopulates the planet, and it increases a few things, such as surgical and medical technology and other types of technology, such as vehicles and such like that.
But he said, Mike.
Right.
Mike is like, well, that's what he said.
Exactly what it is.
It's right now. No, I'm on. No, I'm setting up Facebook is what I'm doing. I mean, not Facebook.
Rumble.
Yeah, because people be like, what the hell? Y'all supposed to be here.
Rumbly, rumbly, rumbly.
And Rumble people don't like YouTube, so they won't come over to YouTube to watch. I guess I'm going to have to set us up a new X page because I don't know what I did to the other three. Well, two of them, X took away from me, so I can't, you know. We lost so many big pages in the early days. Should have sued everybody. What I mean by that, Gene, is we had a lot of big pages. Like we had two of our our Twitter pages were over 100,000. They got mad because we used to play our shows on. And then one day they just banned us. They said, no, you can't come on. They're like, F you and your grandparents. I'm serious. You think I'm kidding, but I'm serious. They just kicked us off. YouTube, we had no strikes on our channel at all. And one afternoon, YouTube just said, you're off. That was the end of that. Yeah, it took us down on a monetized page to a page that was making decent money. Because they could do it, I guess. We sued.
Yeah, it's their website. If they think you're doing something kind of sketchy, they don't even have to give you a warning. They just absorb your stuff into the Ethernet.
So Gene, the way it works is if anytime you're on someone else's site, if you're publishing anything that's on someone else's site, they don't even have to have a reason to take it down. If they want to just take it down, they can. They can say, I just want it on my site. They don't have to give any reason why. No, that's yeah, well, people think that, but that's not really how it works. Because you own the thing. It's your right. It's your place. It's like restaurants. You don't have to give excuse. You can just tell somebody they can't come in. You got to just hope nobody, do it based on.
But it's that's still kind of gray area. You kind of still sort of have to have that sign out front that says we refuse to, offer service for blah blah blah, and that kind of that even if they can't read, and you don't know that, but if they can't read, as long as you have that sign up, you're pretty much in a restaurant situation. Like there was that one guy during the was it pre-COVID or somewhere in the COVID thing. He refused to make a cake for a gay wedding, so they boycotted him and made all kinds of that. And they tried to sue him, and the judge said, "Well, it's his business. He can choose to service those who he wishes." So, had they not announced that they were lesbians, he might have made the cake, not knowing, just assuming it was a boy and a girl. But that's the kind of thing.
It's because of the piece they put on top of it. They wanted two girls or something.
Right. Yeah, and that's probably what gave it away. But gay couple, and that's your right. You can do that. It's not because he's being mean. It goes against his religion, and he won the court case.
Yeah. Well, actually, in the beginning, he lost the court case. Then he won the court case.
However, it panned out. It was they really had no grounds to sue him because any business can refuse any business to any person for any reason whatsoever. They don't have to comply if they don't like you for whatever reason.
Where was that? Colorado? Where the hell was that?
I don't know.
I
Might have
thought
been
it was
Colorado.
I thought it was somewhere like that. I mean, I can't be 100% sure that's what it was. For some reason, I kind of
Heidi would know. If Heidi's out there, she'll know.
For some reason, I have that. Mike, no, I'm not. That's a kid in the movie theater. Yeah, I know he was from Colorado. And there was some other stuff in Colorado too besides that. But I thought that was. Wow, I'll look it up after a while. Oh shucks. Sorry, ripped my earbud right out of my ear. Welcome, Roger Dean. How you doing tonight?
Roger Dean, like there's in the guy who did all the artwork for the cover album covers.
He said he's too famous to speak here.
If you're the real Roger Dean, that's badass. Your work is fantastic. If you're not the real Roger Dean, shame on you.
Oh, you're talking about on the author's quill. That was Melissa Outfit. You have to go. No, she seemed real nice. She's ex-Air Force. She's an author now, published. Yeah, and that was Bill Fawcett, who is Bill's all over the place. And he's a drag. He works at DragCon too, but he also his wife is Jody Lanai, who is the coordinating judge for Writers and Futures authors.
It's funny how many ex-Air Force people become writers. Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's way more than that. Steve Sterling, who's there too. He's just a very well-published author.
Who's the other guy? I just had it in my head. We were talking about him the other night. Jesus.
Jesus wasn't in the military.
No, it wasn't Jesus. No, but we were talking about him the other night. Like last night, I think.
No, Gene. It was a joke.
I've lost it. It'll come to me.
Yeah. No, Mike, that's fine. So, no, just spend it however you want to. Yeah, if the government's giving you free money, spend it, man. Jesus, don't not spend it because they'll probably find a way to take it back. They'll be like, oh, well, you don't really want Steve? Guess what? We'll spend that for you. You're gonna change your last name to Jobs, so you can be called Steve Jobs. You're an idiot. Well, I don't know who could sue you about it, but
well, rumor has it that on Steve Jobs, when he had his first child, there was an argument between him and his wife. He wanted to call the kid's first name out of.
Denise, Steve would still be alive today if he wouldn't have went in for that holistic medicine. Yeah, when I heard the original report of his cancer, they had found it early. So if he'd have just went in for conventional treatment, he'd still been alive. Yeah, because he could have went for the best. Steve Jobs, he had all the money he needed. In recent years, I've known several people who have survived stage 4 cancer. Most of them very wealthy, and most of them went to Germany for treatment.
It's rare. I don't know what stage cancer I saw cured, and I don't know if it was real or a special effect, but there was, and it may still be on YouTube. I don't know, you can, you're all out there. You got computers, you can look. I saw this guy had like cancer on his nose, and it had burned a hole through the side, and you could see all the way into it where the septum was, and it was black where on the outer edges where that would be necrotic tissue or dead tissue. And so he's allegedly just bought a hash oil. It's like a goo, and he would just rub a hash oil on this thing once a day or a couple times a day. I don't know what the dosage was. And the video shows progressively, day by day, week by week, that hole gets smaller and smaller. That necrotic tissue burns away. Fresh, red, pinkish tissue comes in behind it, and the hole closes up. It's the weirdest thing. It is either the most authentic alternative medicine healing video I've ever seen, or it is such an authentically good special effect for a movie that if you're not working in Hollywood, dude, you're an idiot. That's how good it is.
What are you doing down there? Oh, wait, I can hear myself, Jay. Your speakers must be loud or something.
Uh-oh. Yep, you getting reverb on your end?
Yeah, I'm getting feedback. No, that's Jay's you hear. Yeah, that is. Anyway,
I'm
we got
the
all
one
kinds of stuff.
the coffee over here.
we got where is that? Yeah, that was my yard I was showing you. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's my front yard.
I thought it was your backyard.
That was the front yard. Now. If it was the backyard, you would have seen the bayou.
Well, that's why I said, go get this fishing rod, man. You get a couple of fishies out for dinner.
There's 7 fishing poles sitting underneath my house right now. I've got to clean it out.
Yeah, still, what is it? 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock your time, 6:30 your time.
6:30.
Yeah, you got time to go out there and get you a couple of fishes, gut them, hand them off to the missus, and she can cook them while you're on the show.
What is this? We might have to listen to this.
What you got?
That's what I'm trying to find out, actually. It's loading in Facebook.
You know what? I just realized what we remind us. What I'm reminded of by looking at the two of us on the screen. Those
Right,
two
so-
old guys. You know what I'm reminded by looking at the two of us on the screen? I'm reminded of those two guys in the Muppet Show. The two old guys that sat up in the wings and made fun of the show. Winston and something or other, or Winston and I can't remember their names.
Let's see what these fans guys, what they're talking about here right quick. Grab the file, grab the share screen. Vance goes after Craig from Minnesota Fraud, so it's
All right, it's up there.
where
So what is the title again?
Vance goes after fraud or something. This thing is scrolling like 5 million miles an
Yeah,
hour.
I can see it bouncing. Vance goes after Craig for Minnesota's fraud record, fighting so hard to hide the data. Well, who's Craig? Is that the Attorney General?
I guess because I mean they whoever.
Oh
it is
no,
is-
rep. He's a rep. He's a rep.
Well, I know they're fighting against giving them any of this information from Minnesota.
Yeah, because they know they're in deep trouble.
What the hell is going on with this page? Just something screwed. We might not be watching this, people. There's something screwy going on with the page. It won't behave itself.
It's acting funny.
It's doing on its own at the moment. Okay. Are you through page or not through page? Or you know what? You're going to get turned off page. How's that? Ooh, what happened there? All right, let's try this again, people. I don't know what's going on. That was weird. Yeah. Okay, 50 million fraud bust. Excuse me. Burping out here. That's more bullshit. More bullshit. Nasty total bullshit. Okay, right there. Okay, mama. Up there. Yeah. Where are you at? Glenda. No, I'm just trying to pull up the screen. I don't know what J3 is.
Are you look at this. Are you looking at the screen?
I'm not looking at anything at the moment. We're trying to find.
Oh,
this.
hang on. What did I do? God damn it, I hit the wrong stupid button again. Jesus. Yeah. All right, there it is. Look. Waldorf and Statler.
Oh,
Look familiar?
we're cuter than that, my friend.
Still though, I'm getting them. They're gonna go back there with the rest of my Funkos.
Let's see. Just, it's a commercial or something. What the hell? Let's just get the commercial, not the thing. Yeah, that should be it. I don't know what it is with these commercials. The internet's getting squirrely.
It's everywhere. Even Facebook does it. It's so annoying.
I don't mind just play the commercial and go on, but they get stuck and they don't want to work and they don't want to go to what they were supposed to be taken to in the first place.
Yeah.
You have to try to skip. Close that. Go over here. Click on the link. No, I'm just trying to show y'all a 2-minute video. People, it's taking more than 2 minutes to put this video up. Pretty soon, I'm just gonna say hell with it. Where are we at? Yeah, this is a pain sometimes. Let's try it this way. We can just watch it off the screen.
Uh-oh, who stepped on the dog?
It's just somebody wanting somebody's attention. Oh, that is.
You got attention hounds too? I got one of them.
Well, now it's going to disappear. What? Oh, now it's going to go back to being all jerky and stuff. Well, I guess people are just not going to get to hear this. Looks like this is going to be some bullshit. But Emily Hall, whatever it is, one day ago, and Vice President J.D. Vance questions Rep. Andy Craig on Wednesday for defending Minnesota's record on fraud suits, suggesting Democrats are hiding data on corruption.
Well, why else would you reject passing out the data to a legal warrant? Yeah, of course they're hiding data. They're hiding the fact that they're robbing the state blind, like mafioso, and they don't want to get caught. And it's too late. You're caught.
Who's this? No Democrat. I tell you what, there have been a lot of Democrats in trouble, and I want to go look and see how many of them have stepped down last year. So I think it's 3 or 4. And then I hear this.
Three or did you say 54?
No, 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah,
I thought you said 3 to 54. Wow, holy cow!
No,
that'd be a lot, wouldn't it?
even the media couldn't ignore that.
Yeah, no. That would definitely send a red flag.
Let's see where they go. Put the damn thing on the file. Why does that sometimes? So somebody will actually one day come up with something probably more seamless.
All right, hang on a second. Let me throw it up there. There it is. Okay.
All right, let's see.
Anna Cabrera.
This morning, the FBI is searching the office of the Democrat in the Virginia State Senate, Louise Lucas. That's according to Fox News, citing federal law enforcement sources. She is a party leader who was instrumental in the Virginia redistricting effort. MS Now senior investigative reporter Carol Lenig is following this. Carol, what have you learned about this investigation?
So Louise Lucas is a state, fairly prominent legislator in her state, but not known nationally. And the FBI and the Department of Justice have been investigating her for several years, 3 years, I'm told by a source familiar with the probe. And that investigation has been looking at evidence suggesting that she solicited or accepted bribes.
With some breaking legal news this morning, the FBI.
Oh, that was all that was? Well, that was a waste of time, is what that was. Just so somebody could show some commercials or something. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. Ooh, that lightning was pretty close there. He's going down the road there, lightning.
Joanna Cabrera, that was. I don't know who she is, but okay.
Yeah, but that's just yet another Democrat. Every time I turn around, there's another one being investigated. Just, oh, that shook my house.
I heard that.
Yeah, that was only about a mile away there. The dog's like, pick me up, Daddy, please. Pick me up, It's coming for us. It's the big, that loud monster. Yeah. Oh, boy, one the other night, whenever it was about 12 feet from the house. It crackled, burnt up the camera, and rattled the house so much the dogs would come out from underneath the bed for like 10 minutes.
Wow. That's a good thing about cats is they find the darkest, deepest corner to hide, and they don't come out until it's all clear. That's one good thing about lightning and cats. Cats don't bother you the whole time. Dogs, on the other hand, they'll come up to you and be like, it's like, dude, relax. There's nothing we can do about it. Just shut up and lie down.
Okay, now let's see some UFO authenticating or debunking in this one picture here.
Oh yeah, let's do that. I like doing that. Sean gets
go.
mad at me when I debunk some of the ghost pictures, but
because some things you got to debunk, man. I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes.
I have a degree in photo, and I can analyze photos. I know how to take photos. I know how to develop photographs. I know how to make video. I know how to make digital photographs. So yeah, I think I'm well qualified.
Okay, here we go. That looks very familiar. Twin Towers.
It
right,
does,
right.
doesn't it?
Yes. No, it didn't. There's going to be no towers going up here.
Oh, this is the 911 stuff. Okay, yeah.
No, this isn't that. Hold on.
World Trade Center. What is that? It's over there. Are you getting all this? World Trade
TikTok
Center.
is starting to different.
Well, if it left a contrail, it's one of ours.
You kidding?
Actually, so listen what you say. All of what? There's nothing going on in this picture.
The world's made all the maps the same way.
So the title's misleading.
What is that?
And then you've got a UFO right there.
It's
That
over
takes
there.
Yeah, and then there's the smoke screen.
Yeah, so I don't even think those are the two same objects. Because when it
Or
leaves,
if it is the same object, it's one of ours. Yeah.
but watch, when it leaves, don't leave these trail when it leaves the side of the tower.
The same way.
Yeah. The angles don't line up.
What is that?
So see, there it is. Boom. There's no, it didn't leave any tap water. And then what is this? A thumb that gets in the picture right there, and then you see this. I'm thinking somebody threw a bottle rocket out the window. On mine, that's what I think it is. One of those thicker bottle rockets.
That could be a bottle rocket contrail. Yeah.
Because the guy's thumb, whatever this is,
It's over there.
what does that look like to you?
Looks like
Finger,
somebody's
thumb.
thumb.
Yeah, well, that's outside the window. Outside the helicopter window, there's the rim of the window right there, right here. That's the rim of the window outside.
Then it might be underneath of the craft as it went by. I don't know. That's awfully close, though.
So I'm thinking it's his finger on his thumb.
Yeah.
I think he was releasing something. He stuck it out there and shot it. No, I personally think this whole video is a hoax, but that's me.
Yeah. The lines don't line up. It whatever it is, it's not. It's illegitimate. I've seen it before, but it's very shaky.
So you don't hate on me. I'm just saying it just looks like it's not.
Even if there is an actual UFO in that footage, it is insufficient data to make it conclusive. It would be thrown out in court, basically.
This is gonna try to get us in trouble.
Spock would definitely call it insufficient data.
Okay. Where are we at? I was gonna save this for Sean, but he ain't gonna be here in time. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
Let me get that up there.
dun. So
No.
This is Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker in their little high pink outfits. Look how cute. I mean, they're so cute. So let's see what they have to say. Make sure it goes all the way back to the beginning.
It's Hakeem Jeffries? That's not Hakeem Jeffries.
Pinky with a small dinky and ears. Hi, I'm the fly guy, Cory with the sugar booker. We are on the hill to get our thrill. Hi there, this is Lil Pinky with a small dinky and ears. Hi, I'm the fly guy, Cory with the sugar booker. We are on the hill to get our thrill.
Who are these fucks?
Pinky with a small dinky and ears. Hi, I'm the fly guy.
Oh, please, thank you. Okay.
Who are those fuck chops? Who are they?
That's Cory Booker, Senator Cory Booker, and House Representative, second in
Those
command,
guys,
Hakeem
these
Jeffries.
guys are on the Senate.
Yeah, that's a House and a Senate.
They should be arrested.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's AI, but yeah, at least I hope
If
it
that's-
is.
oh, okay,
If
if
it's
it's
not
AI,
AI, if it's not AI, they're done.
If they really did that, they need to be taken out of office, like, post haste.
No, that's some conservative.
That's just insane. I don't care who you are.
No, Gene, that's yeah, it's probably AI. We got lots of that. Well, what is it? Oh, that's him again. Well, that's the show from that's the Arthur's Crib. Look how cute that guy is. Oh, what is this? This just looks nasty by these faces. I don't know what this is. These women's faces look horrible.
Then don't show them,
Let's see. Well, no,
please.
it helps.
You're gonna show them anyway, aren't you?
It helps to keep conservatives under control, man. They see stuff.
Yeah,
like
but it also persists in making those who are under control even that much more sicker.
So there you go.
Pardon me, sir. I'm back.
So this is 213 Democrats that just used their photo ID to vote against photo ID requirements.
Wait, hold on a second. They used their congressional photo IDs to vote in a congressional vote against voting with voter IDs.
In elections, yeah.
Well, then these four are clearly stupid.
What's that, Jack? No. These two are from the U.S. These two are not. These two shouldn't even be in serving. No, I don't think you should be allowed to serve if you just came over because you don't even understand our country.
Well, no. Well, I mean, as long as you do the job correctly, and I think that's
you can't do the job correctly. That's the point.
Well, I mean, if you can, no, you should be able to. But the takeaway here is Ilhan Omar, as her in her position, in her Congress or whatever she is, representative, or congressional district, whatever it is, she has only pushed legislation through her district that benefits people from her country, and things that benefit people that live in this country, she repressed. So she definitely needs to be removed from office. That's one thing for sure. And I think that's coming. I mean, it's coming real soon, by the end of the year.
What the fuck? Okay, sorry about
This
that.
music, where's the music coming from? That's you doing that.
I'm assuming it was me doing that because it was horrible, whatever it was. No, so Janine, this is so let's say you move here when you're 20 and you get elected to office at 35, so you've been here 15 years. What do you think you know about America in 15 years? How many states have you been to? How many things have you watched? How many families? How much do you understand our government, our politics? You don't. Because most Americans who have lived here their whole life isn't that well versed in it. So you move here, you got so many other things you have to deal with. Jobs, careers, family, food, religion. All that it's different. It's all got to be assimilated.
Everyone has different cultures, so their loyalties lie in different pathways too. So
What do you mean? When do I think you should be allowed to be served? I think you should have to be here at 2 generations. The grandkids should serve. Because it takes time to assimilate.
Well, here's another thing. Okay, so let's say you have two immigrants that they migrate here when they're children, 10 years old. By the time they're 18, one of them is a party animal, goes to college or whatever, does the mundane blue collar stuff. The other one, however, graduates college, honors, goes to different various apprenticing jobs in a furtherance of becoming like a senator or a representative. So he's working in lawyer firms, he's working in government offices, he's working in election campaign offices, that kind of thing. Then later on, these two kids, they want to run for the same office. One kid went off partying, he doesn't have any skill in that sector, but the other kid, who's an immigrant, does. Which one's qualified? Both, but usually what's going to happen is the party kid, he's going to be the one that wins, and he's going to be the one that winds up getting into a scandal. Whereas the other kid should have been the one elected because he went into those jobs and learned how to do those jobs as an American from the bottom up.
Yeah, but it's the thing. I just, it really, you should have to be a citizen. Yeah, you should have to be born here.
Well, there should be an aptitude test, clear.
And actually, and a lot of countries are like that already. Just for some reason, you don't have to be for president, but I don't think it should be for anything. I think you should. It's just, I got a lot of foreign friends, and the problem is,
I think there ought to be at least a qualifying test. I mean, I'm sorry, we can add that into the rules.
You can't have the test because that's considered discrimination. But
if you can't test, you be able to take it. I mean, I'm sorry.
You should, but you do have to pass a civil service exam. So, or unless they change that, you just have to, you got to get your.
Hey, Google. If you run for any government office, particularly federal, do you have to take a civil servant exam?
No, candidates running for federal office do not take civil service exams. Those exams are specifically for individuals applying for merit-based career positions within the federal, state, or local government workforce.
So for a lesser job, you've got to take a civil service exam. So you can base yourself on your merit, but to be a politician, you don't. That seems just fucked up.
It seems backwards. Yeah, it seems like especially I don't know how long the merit job is for, but the senator's job, you're there 6 years. 6 years, if you don't know what you're doing, you can seriously,
6 years that you're pretty much guaranteed you can't be fired.
And that you can't be fired unless you're under extreme restrictions. But you can also, under the 6 years, crush state into oblivion.
Now this is Jesse Waters.
It's so much noise.
Oh, there we go again. Another big light glass. Shush. Okay. Anyway, this is Jesse.
You got the dog. I got Boris over here, both making so much noise. It's amazing how such little things make such noise.
I know.
Right, Boris?
So much that other people like Trump?
Because he's like a completely morally bankrupt person.
So it has nothing to do with morality.
Of
You
course
don't
it does.
care about morality.
Of course we do.
Your party doesn't support standards of morality. Anything.
What?
You can do drugs. You can be homeless. You can hit people, rape people, let other murderers into the country. You can do all kinds of things. They don't judge. They don't judge. You guys apologize to a guy who tried to shoot the president. You have a theory about why liberals care so much that other people...
That was stupid on their part. They did nothing but make me forget. Jimmy, right now, the poll seen yesterday only has the Democrats ahead in the midterms by 1 point. And I think if the war is over and gas is below $2 again, I don't even think they'll have that. I think because there's just so much more the Republicans offer than Democrats. I mean, Democrats haven't offered anything. And I ask my friends this all the time. I said, well, what are you voting for? I said, you're voting to get rid of Trump, right? But you're not voting for anything. I said, that's what happened with Joe Biden. We wanted to get rid of Trump, so we put Joe Biden in, and we had 4 years of horror. 9% inflation, $144 a gallon of gas, $6 dozens of eggs. I mean, come on, man. Do we want to go through that again? And I said,
you want to hear the horror story about the Hormuz Strait? Here's the thing. Even if we get an agreement tomorrow, it's not going to happen. But let's just fantasize. We can always wish all day for one thing and shit in the other hand, and one of them will get filled first, right? So let's just wish in the right hand that the whoever's in charge over in Iran takes the deal. We open the strait. All the vessels that are in that strait right now waiting to get out have been overly insurified by the insurance companies. So everything that's coming out is going to be at a higher price, and probably the stuff coming behind that too. So it's probably going to take 2 or 3 I'd say weeks before the insurances come down, coming out of that strait, until our gas prices will go down. Which is the unfortunate thing, and the reason again we always ask on this show or on this network is why? Why is that affecting our prices of the gas we're pulling out of our own country? How does the blockage in Hormuz make our gas go up? It doesn't. It shouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. I hope Trump and Vance look into the scandal and probable fraud on that too.
Okay, so oil dropped again. It's at $7.90.46 a barrel, $79.46 a barrel, and see right now we're at $3.21. So with just $20 drop,
that's what's coming out of our ground, or is that global? Because I guarantee that stuff that's on those boats in the Hormuz Strait, that stuff's going to be priced.
No, that's world price of oil per barrel right now. That's all they ever give you is the price per. When you hear price per barrel, that's for everybody. For some reason, oil doesn't discriminate. Oil is the same price, and it shouldn't be that way because we're not getting our oil from overseas. So this shouldn't even phase us. Our oil should be around $50 a barrel right now.
Yeah, so, I mean we've got so much of it coming from Venezuela. We've got surplus of it, right?
But Exxon and them are saying because they have to insure all these other ships that are part of their fleets for other things that we have to absorb some of the cost too. But regardless, this is what you'll really see. If prices stay the way they are and they keep coming down, if it stays at $80 a barrel for 3 weeks, the price will come down about $1.25 a gallon. Maybe $1.20 a gallon. If it drops down to where it was when the war started at 68, Sean, at 60, we'll see, and within a month of that, we'll see $1.60 a gallon.
Yeah, $1.60.
See, the problem for the oil companies is the same thing everybody else has. We all know what the price per barrel means now. So if it comes down, and it's been 2 weeks, and the price hasn't changed in the pumps, somebody's in trouble. They used to get away with it more before the internet, but it's a lot harder to get away with shit like that. Franco Herbo. I don't know.
Papa Smurf. Hey, gentlemen. Oh God, Joe, why'd you? I just got chills up and down my back.
The ham is coming for you, buddy.
Damn, dude.
Okay. Oh, hey, Carrie, I didn't even see you in this. What you doing?
Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. This is Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf.
It's Uncle Smurf now. He's been demoted.
Uncle Papa Smurf. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the uncle that she always says, "Come sit on my knee, little girl."
Oh, I don't think so. Oh God, what's he doing, dude?
Oh man,
I had a hard day at work.
It's a good thing. Then you have my brain work better.
363 days to go.
You got that calendar at home.
Damn straight I am. I got 1 year. 1 year.
That's what you need Alexa for. That's what you need Alexa for. Everyone will get up and say 300. Because I make it do Christmas countdowns and Halloween countdowns, all sorts of shit. And just not my birthday.
My retirement countdown. I can travel the world, or United States. I wouldn't want to travel the world. Would you guys? That's
I've been to 55 countries. 54, 55.
I mean, now I've done it when I was in the.
Oh, in the Navy it was different. Because one, you were in the Navy, and most ports you went to, people were just happy to see. I mean, there was always scammers and all that. But this country I wouldn't mind going to. I wouldn't mind going to Australia. Actually, I really would prefer to go to New Zealand or Australia. Aussies, I love y'all. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to see in Australia, but I'd like to go to a place where there's no spiders and snakes.
If I hit the lottery for a lot of money, this is what I'm doing. If I hit the lottery, I'm gonna drive over and snatch up Sean, and we'll drive down to Louisiana and we'll snatch you up. Then we're going to Australia, and we're each going to buy. Well, I'll buy each of you a one of the cars from Mad Max, and then we're going to go out into the desert where they had the movie, and we're going to drive our cars on the roads where they filmed the movie. Our Mad Max cars.
Really, really fast.
That would be cool.
As fast as we can go.
That's exactly to me. Really, really fast.
That'd be cool.
Oh, look at this.
I was in Perth, Australia. I was in Perth.
Perth's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was nice. The American women, I meant the Australian women love American men.
Ronnie Dean, where you at, Ronnie? Oh, Florida. He wants to know, since you brought up Mad Max, what is your favorite Mad Max?
Road Warrior for sure. Second one, 100%.
I like the first one best out of all of them.
Yeah, the first one's good too, but the action, the best.
What's in the second one?
I like the first one.
It's the one in the desert. They're in the desert, and the people have the refining facility that they have surrounded by broken vehicles.
Okay, that's not Thunderdome. It's Thunderdome's the third one, right?
Thunderdome's the third one. Yeah,
I like Thunderdome. I like Thunderdome.
You just like looking at what's her name's thighs. I know what the fuck was going on there.
Tina Turner. Hey, she's hot.
Tina Turner.
Hot today.
She's I didn't say she went hot. I just said, he was looking at her thighs. That's all I said. Even Matt Fiona had to look up.
Well, what does that? And you wouldn't look at her thighs, Joe?
I've looked at her thighs. What the fuck? I ain't gonna say that. I'd be lying through my teeth, man. That girl got thighs.
Some of the angles that they have of Tina Turner in that movie, you have no choice but to see her thighs.
Wait, Mad Max, that's pretty much all you see is her thighs.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I tell you what, she could probably crush a watermelon with them thighs, buddy.
Yeah, so that could make it even worse on something else, huh?
She could open a beer bottle with her kneecaps.
What's that, Jimmy? Oh, I'm not asking that question. Sorry. There's none of that rain. It's getting deep out there, man. It's got to be a foot of water out front of the house now. It's the whole street's covered. It's like an episode of Mad Max in the desert with rain.
Yeah.
Carly, favorite sci-fi movie? People always ask me. I don't. And I was talking with two very famous sci-fi authors just a little while ago. I don't know. I like some really goofy movies sometimes. Yeah, I like the original Battlestar Galactica. Those people think I'm crazy.
Yeah, that's a great show.
And a friend of mine said, well, I don't know why you watch that. I said, do you realize if that didn't exist, the version you like wouldn't exist either, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, oh, I never thought of it like that. And I said, Starbuck as a girl sucked. I'm sorry. No, I like the girl who played Starbuck. I just don't think Starbuck should have been a girl.
They gender swapped and race swapped a whole bunch of them. Boomer was once a strong black man, became a short Asian Cylon woman.
Yeah. Well, didn't they all become Cylons in the end?
Just about in the end. Almost everybody becomes a goddamn Cylon. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
It's
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, guys.
That's all right, Sean. You didn't miss a damn thing. If you want to know anything about Battlestar Galactica, ignore the new stuff and watch only the stuff from the 70s and the 80s. And there's a rumor of a revival. Someone wants to revive the original franchise, look and feel. With I don't know if it's a movie or a television show or what, but there's a Hollywood.
Well, they were talking about a crossover is what they were talking about. So if I remember the thing I said recently, they want to take the old Galactica and combine it with the new Galactica, because they said that the new Galactica was great, but its biggest failing was there was no comedy in it, which is the reason I didn't watch it, because there was no comedy. It was just too dark, and even when
it didn't look like the original, yeah, and
even when you get in
barely
dark
looked
places,
like the original.
Yeah, that's where the term "whistling in the dark" came from. People get in weird, strange places, scary, especially when they usually do something stupid or say something funny to break the ice, to let the fear get out, so they don't have to hold it bottled up. That's a thing. It's a real thing in life.
Yeah.
No, Mark, that's a real thing. So you'll hear soldiers going into combat sometimes. They'll be mumbling to each other, or saying stupid shit, or we get back, we're going to do this, that, or the other thing. It's because they don't want to think about the fear. Nobody goes into these situations without real fear. So you have to be able to control that fear. That's just one of the ways to control it. Battlestar Galactica, they left that out.
Jay made a weird looking face. Are you okay, dude?
There's a kitty cat in my
made a
lap.
weird
He's going
looking-
like this.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. It's Mr. Boris. He's here for the radio show. He likes to be famous.
What's that, cat? Carrie, why do you like the new camera?
Just like Joe.
Well, I can always do something like this, huh? Let's see.
Hey guys, I got a good show on tomorrow night. I have my brother on, and the show's going to be on Dungeons and Dragons.
Cool. Yeah, I saw that in the queue earlier. That's awesome.
Oh, well, Heidi lied to you. She said it was going to be on lesbians.
What?
Heidi said it was going to be on
Where's
lesbians.
Heidi at?
I don't know, but I was fixing to ask you if your brother was a lesbian. I was confused.
What?
Wouldn't that make him a trans lesbian? Is that what that make him a trans lesbian? Oh man, I need some drugs. I need some alcohol.
I think you've had too many.
I ain't had none. That's the problem. I need some.
That's the problem then. Yeah.
Oh no. To be honest with you, Mike, the people much prefer if I smoke weed than I do anything else, because they say I'm nice.
Yeah, he is a different person. He's a lot nicer when he smokes weed.
When drink, let me tell you what. You don't ever want to be around me when I'm drinking. Linda used to laugh. I was sitting.
No.
We would come through a casino one night. I was drunk. I've been having a pretty good night. Just playing pretty good. And they had these two oversized ladies in front. And anytime we try to go around them, they would move. I mean, the two of them together were bigger than all three of us put together. If we were standing side by side, they would take up more than the three of us would have. So finally, I just started going. Linda's looking at me. I'm like, let's move along, Heifers. Come on, move it on over. The little grazing fields up there. Move it to the left, Heifers. Move it. Okay, got pissed. And when I walked around, I did it again. I was started moving at it real hard. And the girl just looked at me like, I'm like, get your big ass out of the way. I won't do stuff like that. I said, we've been walking behind y'all for 10 minutes. I was like, God, you're not the only people in this damn casino. I almost stepped on it to tell you if they start gaining weight, I'll start moving at them. Move that out of the way. Don't you?
No, but I mean,
kick your ass.
You're not off the mark. You're not off the mark, though. I mean, you ever walk into a Walmart and behind a family of, let's just say, larger than normally sized humans. They all stand in a row, side by side, not linear, horizontally, and it's probably their local Walmart. So they're probably in the store 2, 3, 4 times a day. But they all do the same thing. They walk in, past the door, stop 5 feet, and go, where do we go next? I don't know what's in the store. And then it's like their brains just shut off. It's like, dude, keep moving and then discover where you are. If you're that freaking lost and you can't figure out where you were in this store 2 hours ago, and let the rest of us who know what we need get in and out so we don't have to stand behind your idiot self. It happens all the time.
We might get a check mark for that little remark. I love you, Jay, but that was a little too intense.
We played some pretty other stuff.
There are some extremely obliviously rude planets.
Carrie said horizontally challenged.
That's exactly it.
My wife is just saying it's raining so hard there's a shark swimming around the backyard.
I told you to go get your line out and drop a sinker and some bait.
I'll send the dogs after the sharks. They'll grab my
You know what? We guess what we're having that just use the dog as a bait.
Yeah, he's got a shark swimming around the outside of his house. I think he can use one of his chihuahuas as bait.
Shit, that chihuahua jump in the water, grab that thing by the tail and drag it out of the water.
That's what I'm saying. You throw the chihuahua over the thing, the chihuahua will bite the damn shark. You pull them both back in, you let the chihuahua down, and you make shark fin soup.
The chihuahua. I used to have a big Maine Coon. He thought fishing off the pier was cool. Get up on the pier and go to sleep, right? He'd get on. I don't know how he never fell off the fucking water. He's crying out, and he'd see. He'd think he's gonna go, and then he's out there one day. His arms hanging off. I'm thinking some gator gonna come up and bite him, a shark or a barracuda. And all of a sudden you see him just twitch, and he comes up. You got a damn redfish as long as big around, just pulling him out the water. I'm like, look at this little shit. So apparently he wasn't sleeping. But you gotta watch the pelicans because they'll eat your cats, your dogs, and every other damn thing.
They'll eat your baby.
That pelicans are wicked, man. First time I seen one eat a cat, I was watching some TV show in New York, and it was just walking along the edge of the water, and it just ate a cat, and then it tried to eat the lady's dog. But the big dog ran over there and grabbed it by its head, like, "What the hell you think you do?" It was definitely different. Oh wait, what we had? I had something I was getting ready to pull up here. Well, what do you mean, Gene? No, we ain't playing no music. Yeah, no, we'll have to go.
We're on super secret restriction or probation or whatever.
Yeah.
Double secret probation.
Oh, this is what I was playing. This one right here. Okay, oh, you missed the one earlier, Sean, with Cory Booker and Pink.
Oh God.
It was Corey and Hakeem is what it was. Doing their little dances.
You didn't miss anything, trust me.
Yeah, Jay was clapping and stuff. Don't let me lie to you.
I wish I had the red hot pokers to burn those images out.
Okay, that could be taken two ways, man. You better watch saying stuff like that. Oh man, that could be misconstrued, man.
Point. All right, that's in there.
All right, here you go. This is actually Pete Hegseth talking.
Are you telling me that the folks that are now voting with their commitment to the country are not upset that they're not able to use different pronouns? Is that not a priority for the folks that are now signing up for our military?
Well, sir, if they wanted to get a woke indoctrination, they could just go to college. Instead, they're joining the military, where we're focused on the basics. We know men are men, women are women, standards will be high, and we're getting rid of the distractions, the ideologies, the politicization that was in our ranks so that soldiers, men and women, can do their jobs on behalf of the nation.
Yeah.
Mr. Secretary, I'm a little confused. Are you telling?
On behalf of the damn nation.
Yeah, I mean, why exactly? I mean, why are we supposed to coddle these, mildly or perhaps permanently, temporarily insane people?
I don't know what they would say.
Yeah, the psychologists don't know how women think. How does any guy go, "Oh, I'm wired like a woman"? How the hell do you know?
I think we had that from last night saved, but I don't know. Look at that's the opinions. That's nuking the planet. That's that weird thing we see in space. That's the cave that looks like Bob Ross painted it. That's the CIA out to UFOs. U.S. forces dropped the most powerful. No, I don't care about that. The strange space object may be from dead civilization. So wait, it's not to stop and see what that is. Discover, whatever. Discovery of the Zond object. What? You know, I hate when I see stuff I ain't never heard of, because we usually pay good attention to everything. Kind of. Let's see. In a fascinating development that challenges our understanding of the cosmos, scientists have proposed that mysterious space object named Zond, Z-O-N-D, may be a relic from a long extinct extraterrestrial civilization. The hypothesis, the hypothesis, which has sparked renewed interest in such research of intelligent life beyond Earth, is based in detailed examination of the Zond that has revealed characteristics inconsistent with unknown human-made phenomena. So, in other words, it wasn't made here,
and it's in our solar system.
It's Z-O-N-D. You might just look up the thing itself.
Let me see.
The initial detection of the Zond was marked by an unusual trajectory and unexpected orbit behavior, which immediately caught the attention of astronomers. Yeah, wasn't it?
Pond, like pond with a Z, right?
Yeah, pond with a Z, exactly.
The Zond spacecraft was a version of the Soyuz. Well, no, wait. So I'm saying here, the Zond spacecraft was a version of the Soyuz LK-7KL1.
Well, that's not what this is talking about. Yeah, they're not talking about that. This is something else. This is in the orbit. Scientific analysis of Zond properties. Upon closer examination, Zond materials makeup revealed intriguing clues.
There it is.
Isotopic ratios and structural features suggest advanced engineering beyond earthly technology. Spectral data and imaging results from the probe and the ground-based instruments unveiled inaccurate design. Oh wait, yeah.
Every article I'm bringing up has something to do with the Russian failed Russian probe called the Zond.
Type in scientists. Wait, hold on. Go back. Try did a space object maybe from dead civilization, and then type Zond behind it. Z-O-N-D. Z-O-N-D. I don't know. See, stuff like that always makes you think it's a made-up name. I don't know. I'm skeptical. What can I say? It's part of my nature.
Oh, okay. The object is initially thought to be the Zond 1, which is the Russian craft. Okay, that's where the
That's why they named it that. What is it? Ooh, dude, your truck's halfway on the board. You better be careful out there. Yeah, he didn't come this way. He went the other way. He said, hell with that. Let's see what we got here. Did you queer with this? Okay, let's see. Let's put this on pause. I love you too, puppies. Yes, I do. I know you don't like the lightning and the thunder and the hellion stuff, but Daddy loves you too. Yes, he does. So, underneath my chair, trying to climb up my leg. You can see mom? You can see mom. You can see my mom.
I don't have any pictures of it though.
No, I didn't see any either. I was looking myself. Let's see. So what's this? Oh, okay. The soldier who claimed to be a time traveler. Oh, okay, this is about 10 minutes. So this will technically, I guess, be a break for us. Yep. We're late anyway. Sean, you ain't been doing your damn job, man.
What did Sean do?
Sean's in charge of the he's supposed to. No, he's in charge of the breaks, man. He's slacking.
Oh
man, I'm on.
Sean's supposed to get on your ass when we're not doing breaks.
Are we on break? Are we on break now?
We're getting ready to right now. We're getting ready to go to break right now.
Just tell me I'll play.
No. Right now we're playing. You don't have to play nothing this time. This is a 10-minute long.
Okay,
break.
after this, I'll play the promos.
Okay, let's see. What's that, Jeffrey? No, we're going to play this. So we'll be back in about 14 minutes. So you're going to get a long break.
Oh, you looking for a new bowling ball, Joe?
See that? No, not me. No, that's not a bowling ball. That's a crystal sphere.
Oh.
Yeah. I was looking at these things, though. These.
Mike's.
Oh, and then there's. So y'all see this UFO? Oh, get your head out there.
Yeah.
So there's two things that we're going to probably be looking at. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to break. Let's see if let me put this on. Is it playing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going.
You want to go on break first?
Time travel.
Yeah, we're going right now. We're on break. Yeah.
Points in time and or
Make it
space
big.
by an object or a person, typically with the use of a hypothetical device known as a time
Joe,
machine.
blow it up.
Time travel is a
It's as
widely
big as it
recognized concept.
No, there's a rectangle in there.
No, watch. It just takes it off.
That's one of a time machine.
No,
takes it.
That's the wrong one. That's picture in picture. The one next to it is full screen.
But if time
That
travel
one.
is possible, why haven't we met any time travel?
Oh, okay,
there you go.
This was the question Stephen Hawking advanced on the topic of time warps. But it misses something. What if we have met time travelers without even knowing it? Or what if we've met them but didn't believe them? Thus is the topic of today's discussion, the curious case of John Titor. What if time travel wasn't just a construct of science fiction? What if it was real? Who was John Titor and where did he come from? Was it all an elaborate hoax, or was he really a time traveler from the year 2036? Let's try and find out.
Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, former soldier, Marine Corps scout sniper, history professor, historian, and book author. And we've answered these questions and other issues on this segment of Forgotten History.
It was in the year 2000, on November 2nd, that a man calling himself John Titor logged onto an obscure internet discussion
That sounds
board
like
and posted this
Biden,
message,
man.
quote, "Greetings. I am a time traveler from the year 2036. I am on my way home after getting an IBM 5100 computer system from the year 1975. My time machine is a stationary mass temporal displacement unit manufactured by General Electric. The unit is powered by two top-spin dual positive singularities that produce a standard offset Tipler sinusoid. I'll be happy to post pictures of the unit," end quote. Many questions followed. Titor answered them, some copiously, some cryptically. And he did indeed post pictures of his machine. Between November 2000 and March 2001, he answered many more questions. He described his time machine in detail, even posting pictures of its user's manual. A small internet cult grew up around him. Then one day he was gone. But who was he? John Titor claimed to be an American soldier from 2036 based in Tampa, Florida. He was assigned to a
The OLED S95H. With glare-free technology, say goodbye to distracting reflections even in bright rooms.
And commercials already?
The
That's just-
bold yet sleek float layer design elevates your room decor and mounts flush against the wall for a refined, sleek look. Explore over 5,000 inspiring works of art from world-renowned artists and galleries with exclusive artwork and curations only available on the Samsung Art Store. OLED TV from Samsung.
governmental time travel project and sent back to 1975 to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer, which he said was needed to debug various legacy computer programs in 2036, a possible reference to the Unix year 2038 problem. The IBM 5100 runs the APL and BASIC programming languages. Titor said he had been selected for this mission specifically, given that his paternal grandfather was directly involved with the assembly and programming of the 5100. Sounds wacky? Well, here's the kicker. In 2002, NASA had to buy outdated medical equipment on eBay just so it could scavenge their obsolete Intel 8086 chips for their booster testing machines, and even the Orion spacecraft, whose first manned flight is scheduled for the 2020s and uses computers from 2002. Titor also claimed the 5100 was needed in the future due to a special feature, which IBM did not publicly announce. Sure enough, Bob Dubke, an engineer who helped design it, confirmed that such a feature existed. The 5100 had the rare ability to emulate programs in older languages used by IBM mainframes. but the company was worried about how its competition might use it and told nobody. So Titor was at the very least a well-informed hoaxer, a computer scientist or enthusiast who used his knowledge well. Titor even discussed the possibility of taking volunteers with him. He stated, quote, "For all of you interested in coming back with me to
Hello? Somebody? Was that it? Hello? Hello?
Hey, sorry, Sean. I was in the. Hey, sorry, Sean. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you, but it just stopped, dude.
It paused. Yeah, Joe must be somewhere else. I was in the restroom, so I don't know. Go ahead and play some
Yeah.
promos, I guess.
Carrie's laughing at us.
Yeah.
That's okay. She's allowed. I'm going to play promos. Okay, here we go. Promos coming up.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's start this conversation. Let's start this conversation. We got no relation.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of Native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Hi, and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
Did Joe come back yet, Jay?
Pepto-Bismol.
I don't know.
No, there you are. Already played the things, dude. Because your
video paused or freaked out or something.
Yeah, man.
It must have been when the lightning came by.
Yeah, it paused that, so I played all the.
Yeah,
intros.
I was in the bathroom and I hear someone going, "Oh, what's happening?" I didn't know.
Oh, because the Pepto came
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upsets the man.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Potty break, potty break.
That's a good one, Jeff. I like that.
2036. Perhaps we should discuss the trip. Please be aware the displacement unit moves through time, not space.
That dude sounds like
First,
Joe Biden,
we will be
man.
driving the current vehicle, a Chevy truck, with the displacement unit to Tampa, Florida. From there, we will go back to my arrival date on this world line. Then we will have to drive to Minnesota, sell the current vehicle, and get another one that would have been around in 1975. We will then move the displacement unit, 500 pounds or so, into the vehicle and go back to 1975. Once in 1975, we'll drive back to Tampa and make the final hop to 2036. If you'd like to stay in 1975, you're welcome to do that. It can also get quite hot and stuffy during the trip, and you'll be subjected to a 1.5 to 2 G-force the entire time. You'll also need some sort of a rebreather system or oxygen supply. There hasn't yet been any proof that someone took him up on the offer. But why was Titor in the year 2000 if he was supposed to retrieve a computer from 1975? Titor claimed to be on a stopover in the year 2000 for personal reasons, to collect pictures lost in the future, Civil War, and to visit his family, of whom he spoke often. He was a member of a military unit tasked with retrieving items from the past which could help get society back on its feet. The Civil War in the United States had triggered a limited nuclear exchange with Russia in 2015, which killed nearly 3 million people. In the aftermath, life had returned to something more like that of a Republican utopia would be. He stated, quote, "In 2036, I live in Central Florida with my family, and I'm currently stationed at an Army base in Tampa. The people that survived grew closer. Life is centered on the family and then the community. I cannot imagine living even a few hundred miles away from my parents. There is no large industrial complex creating masses of useless food and recreational items. Food and livestock are grown and sold locally. People spend much more time reading and talking together face to face. Religion is taken seriously, and everyone can multiply and divide in
Whatever. Give me a damn thing. Beep. That's what I got to say about that.
Bleep, blap, blurp.
I got to give them the big, fat fuck finger for that one. That's just a waste of, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just a waste of y'all's precious time, man. Giving a big, fat fuck finger. This is what everybody said a UFO was back in the day.
Wow.
Skip.
Hang on, let me get it up there. Or no, wait, is that the same one with the Pepto?
No.
Is that what we're putting back up?
This is different. I'm trying to skip it right here. It is.
Okay, there we go.
VZ-9 Avrocar was a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developed
the
early
car.
in the Cold War for the US military as a high-speed, high-altitude aircraft. However, the project was continually scaled back until the Air Force abandoned it, only to be taken up by the US Army. The disc-shaped aircraft would undergo much testing and modifications in an attempt to produce a rather alien-looking tactical combat aircraft. As part of a basic research project, Avro Canada's Special Projects Group, designer Jack Frost and his engineers worked on novel jet engine designs. They developed what they called the pancake engine, which turned out to be a good candidate for vertical takeoff and landing aircraft designs. Frost became interested in the Coanda effect, which he thought could be exploited with his pancake engine and a disc-shaped aircraft design. By 1956, Frost had secured United States Air Force funding to pursue his design concept.
12.2 of the modifications. Lift, propulsive thrust, and rolling and pitching moments were measured during the 4-hour static test
All I got to say
program.
is you better have a good seatbelt. What happens if you bump and fly up and go into the thing right there?
Yeah, you're toast. You become, chili salad.
For rig testing, the control system was actuated by an external hydraulic system to be sure of maximum control movement.
anytime y'all pop a commercial like that, we just turn it off, man. It's just bite over the
So,
place.
but yeah, there's the Avro car that you were showing. Actual stuff the Air Force was doing.
Yeah,
Stuff
but
that
too
back
many,
in the day
too
was
many
shit.
too many commercials, Jay.
Well, hey Joe, that would be a pretty cool segue. Do you want to I can throw up my dad's paper on underwater aircraft. Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, pop it on up there. I'm digging this.
Let me open it up and get it on the screen then. Hang on a second. Ding, 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 ding. Where did I put it? It was up there. I would find it. Things move around on my desktop. I don't know how that happens.
You have a cat.
No, I have actually 6 cats. So, but you're right. There are 6 reasons. There it is. Lateral wave contribution. There we go.
6 cats. I'd have to take a
Yes.
whole bunch of Claret. I'd have to take a whole bunch of Claret if I was going to visit.
Do you know why I have 6 cats, Sean?
Why?
The reason I have 6 cats is because I did not want 7.
Okay.
Because he's a retard.
Yes. Uh-huh. All right. So, and here we go. Boink. So this is a paper my dad wrote in 1972 while he was at so my dad's company was called Applied Hydroacoustics Research Incorporated. When he worked for EG&G, his department was Hydrospace Challenger Incorporated, 2150 Fields Road, Rockville, Maryland. I Googled it. Where it is now, that's not where that building no longer exists. So the EG&G building that was there is now gone. But basically, it takes Urich's equal pressure contours and uses them for the premise of this paper. And then there's a whole bunch of, I don't know what that math is, Joe. Do you understand that math? Are we up? We're up, yeah.
Not throwing it up on the screen. Yes.
Let me see. I think I can click
So
that.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's related to. So
okay, well, so here's the let me get back then. Here's the title. So letters to the editor, lateral wave contribution to the underwater signature of an aircraft, John V. McNicholas. That's my father. Hydrospace Challenger Incorporated, 2150 Fields Road, Rockville, Maryland, 2850, 19 October 1972.
So when they're talking about underwater signature aircraft, are they talking about beaming something up from underwater to identify aircraft that are flying in the sky? Or are they talking about some kind of aircraft that goes underwater?
Well, I looked up. Hang on a second. Let me put my face on there for a second. I looked it up. So lateral wave contribution is the plane, and these are the wings. Lateral wave contribution is when the plane does this. So if the plane is flying, across the terrain like this, the wings will do that number. Not this.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about are they tracking it from underwater in a submarine? Or are they tracking it from a ship? I mean, they sound like they're tracking something from underwater in the air, and using a submarine to track an airplane. Basically, an underwater radar.
Okay, so
we know there's no aircraft underwater, so we know there's nothing like that underwater.
So lateral wave contribution in the air of an aircraft would not impact or affect sensors or the water. So I'm thinking it's lateral contribution to the underwater signature of an aircraft underwater that's being observed by and or radar or sonar by an underwater craft.
Then when they call the aircraft, it was underwater.
That's what I'm saying. The aircraft and the submarine are both underwater. Yes.
I would like to express what Carrie just said. Jay surprises me the most out of all 3 of you. Why is that, Carrie? Why is that,
Because I have
Carrie?
6 cats. Because I have 6 cats.
Oh, man, I'd have to take a whole box of Claritin if I visited you. Seriously, dude. I'm allergic to cats.
I have Claritin, and I have to take one every day. But so anyway, my dad writes this paper in the 70s. I never did ask him about underwater aircraft, but my friend did ask him about underwater aircraft carriers, and the U.S. Navy and the Japanese Imperial Navy. The Japanese Imperial Navy actually launched during and before World War II 2 varieties of submersible aircraft carrier. Version 1 held a plane that could be launched but not recovered. And that plane was a seaplane that would be used for spy purposes. Usually had, a couple of dudes on board with cameras and high tech, sensors and video equipment, whatnot. And then version 2 had it could launch 2 planes and it could recover both, but it could launch either one spy plane and one fighter plane, or 2 fighter planes or 2 spy planes, any combination of the two. And the first version was actually used at Pearl Harbor to make sure that our aircraft carrier were in port. Fortunately for us, at that time, the person that was on board the airplane that was launched from the submarine had no idea what the aircraft carriers looked like and said they were there, and they launched anyway. So the thing is that those devices do exist. We never did ask about an underwater aircraft, but I found this just looking for stuff my dad did. And it just struck me and it's only one page. It's just this one page, and it's a bunch of math. And it's above my pay grade. Do you think, Joe? What's his face? The physicist fellow.
Stan Friedman?
No, not the
Michio Kaku. Michio.
Yeah, him or the other fellow, the black guy.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's more like a curator.
Yeah, deGrasse. Yeah, we should get one. Let's see if we can get one of these guys to come in and read this and see if they can explain it to us.
Well, the thing of it is it's basic algebra and what's pi, really. But I mean, it's not that. You have to know what it's in relation to. So when you're doing electronics, each one of those letters is a sign.
Like gardening.
I love that. Jay likes gardening and many cats, but calls himself Doomsday and wants to turn the Middle East to glass. If he had the choice, he's a standard oxymoron.
All right, so let me clarify that. I hate gardening, number one. I don't call myself Doomsday. Sean called me Doomsday. I just put it up there as a courtesy to my buddy Sean, and it's kind of funny. But yeah, yes, I want to turn the Middle East to glass. I have been since I was like 19 years old. Or since I was 13 years old, I wanted to drop a bomb on that area. Troublesome group of people.
Yes, Terry, he is unique, buddy. He is unique.
So what do you think about we get Michio Kaku or Neil deGrasse to come in and talk about this paper? Find out what it means.
I don't know if they would. I don't know if they would because of what it involves. I mean, we can ask. It never. Well, it's something but it never hurts to ask. But
it's not top secret.
Right now, you'd have a chance to get them from talking about UFOs. Neil's explaining why all y'all were crazy the other day. I'm not.
What's more UFO than lateral wave contribution to the underwater signature of an aircraft? What kind of aircraft goes underwater? We don't have them.
Yeah, but that's not what I think they're talking about. I think they're talking about using the underwater wave to detect the aircraft. Something that you can't see, something the aircraft can't pick up. They wouldn't know was there if it was flying over.
Check. I have something to share with you guys. Okay, so Jenny, she sent me a text message, and we had this priest on as a guest. Well, the priest was just removed as an exorcist. Priest removed as exorcist after remarks about UFOs and demons. Yeah. Monsignor Stephen Rossetti was removed from his role as an exorcist in his archdiocese after comments he made linking UFOs to presence of demon activity. Rossetti posted a video on May 29th on his Facebook page where he spoke of UFO sightings and the possible existence of ET life. In addition to his removal, the Catholic Archbishop of Washington, D.C. said they were also ending their affiliation with the St. Michael Center for Spiritual Renewal. How about them apples?
He was the chief exorcist. Yeah, he was the chief exorcist according to the story. For the I guess the East Coast.
We had him on our show, Chasing Prophecy.
That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. I should have known that. I would have loved.
He's a nice guy. In fact, that's the only show I wore a suit jacket and a tie, Jay.
I don't know that I'd be that respectful, but I'd look nice. I'll tell you this much: I would want to tell him my exorcist story.
He says he warned of the potential danger involved, saying, "As an exorcist, I wanted to raise that danger, and that it is that demons like to hide. They don't want us to know what they're doing because they're more effective when we don't realize it." He went further to say, "It's my personal belief that probably many, if not most of these UFO sightings are in fact demons."
Yeah. Okay. So I actually saw that on Facebook, and yeah, I do know a lot about plants. I worked at a home center, and I like nice, cool plants in front of my house, but that's about it. But I saw that article. It's like a Facebook meme or whatever. They talked about this fella, and I put my comment was simply that he isn't the first one to say this exact comment. And there's been, I don't know how many, 2 or 3 either senators or representatives that are part of the, I guess, the UFO information dump, who said that some of the files that are coming out could confuse some people into thinking that they're demonic presences in these alien life forms, ascribing to not necessarily maybe their behavior, but perhaps their external true way they look. And so if that's the case, I mean, look, let's face the thing. It would be a stroke of pure 100% luck if the Greys, the Ebens, the Arcturians, the Tall Whites, you pick it, there's 100 different names for aliens that have visited this planet. It would be an enormous 1,000,000 to 1 stroke of luck if any of them look even remotely like us. I'll bet most of them are like blobs of goo. And they just have such mind power that they make us see them like a walking, talking skeleton, and they're not. They're some other demonic, perhaps, looking thing. That's what I think they're trying to allude to, both the exorcism dude and these early whistleblowers of the data we're supposed to be getting this month.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, he was the coolest guy in the world. He really was. I really enjoyed him as a guest on our show. But at that time, we only did an hour-long show, was on Chasing Prophecy. And, yeah, we could have gone 2-3 hours with this guy. He was great.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, anyway, I'd like to get like Neil deGrasse or somebody, actual scientist, physicist, to see if they can figure this out for us. I read it, and it's one page, and it assumes that the reader has a foreknowledge of what they're talking about here. So, depending on how you interpret the title, either they're talking about how to detect aircraft with sonar from underwater, or how to detect an aircraft underwater with sonar.
No, actually, I found out what this is about. And hold on, give me a second. I'll show you some things.
All right, I'll grab that down for you.
Okay, first off, this is to detect aircraft that have crashed in the water. That's what it actually was originally designed for. So, in one of these, but let me show you what your dad was actually working on. You're going to shit yourself. Where did it go? I keep losing this page. Okay, where are we? There we are. Let's see if we can't put this up with us. No, not like that. Then I want it in the same. Okay, there we go. All right. Hit the plus button and share screen button. So this craft I'm going to show you is.
Hang on. I grabbed the wrong one. There it is. There it is. Whoa.
Whoa, that's looks like the F-47, doesn't it?
That is supposed to be the exploring submarine aircraft carriers that can launch underwater.
Wow.
They can. Whoa! Wait a minute. They can launch the planes underwater instead of coming above to launch and then having to go under.
Yep.
Wow.
Now I have heard theories about shooting planes out of underwater things in a bubble. And it's basically an air bubble. It's a compressed air bubble, and it shoots it out. And then it pops it above the surface, and when you get above the surface, you take off. But that means you're going to have thruster engines that are much more powerful than
Yeah, you'd have to have a dual. You'd have to have a dual thrust system, one for underwater, one for above.
See these? This is what they were looking for. They were using this radar to find this.
Wow.
So it actually works, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's we got here?
Another picture of it. It looks like.
That's this. Yeah. There you go. Underwater.
That explains why when we asked him about the underwater aircraft carrier, why he knew, because he was probably part of that project when it got kiboshed.
Oh well, I found this by searching his name.
Oh wow!
Oh, you
really?
did?
When I typed in the literal, I typed in the whole title, literal under the whole anyway. I typed the whole thing in, and his name came up. When I was doing that, it came across it, and I clicked it, and this is what came up.
Wow.
Wow.
So he was probably, if Google's associated, that means in some document somewhere with this, his name is in there.
Yeah,
okay,
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, are they trying to find this thing because it's sunk, or they just don't know where it's at?
No, this is a radar that they're building to help them find underwater planes.
Okay.
The way the wings tilt.
Underwater plane wrecks.
But the submarine is supposed to be a submarine. It's an aircraft carrier that's a submarine. It's a stealth
but it launches its craft
carrier.
from underwater, yeah.
It's supposed to be able to launch from underwater, which I'm going to wait. I want to wait. But you know what? I didn't think about this. So if you tilted this upward and you put a set of, whatchamacallits in there, what the hell are the shooter things? Anyway, you put a set in there.
Catapults?
Put a set of catapults in there, and kinetic catapults at that, and then shoot it out like that in the bubble so that the engines can stay running until it hits the air. It'll shoot it high enough into the air, probably 58 feet. That's enough for it to take off.
Or they'd have to put something like, what they do on the missiles. They put two, high-speed screws on it that, battery operated or whatever they are, which when they launch underwater, those screws take effect. And once it breaks the water, those powered screws break off, and then the jet.
You could put a underbelly thruster on it.
You could put two propulsion systems. You could put something that shoots it through the water with high speed screws, and then once you clear the water, the jets would take effect. You have to wait a second or two because if you have a jet filled with water, you'd either have to have some sort of closing nacelle that closes the water off so that when you do breach the water, you can open up and there's no water in your engine, and then boom, take off. Now that's cool. Launching drones.
Yeah, futuristic aircraft navigate deep underwater.
What year was this, Joe? Joe, what year was?
It doesn't say where it's
at. That reminds me of
my dad wrote that paper in
1972. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
And what does kind of
Sean? My father wrote that paper in 1972 with EG&G in Gaithersburg, Maryland.
But I would imagine
dude, it's something like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's crazy.
Yeah. Look at this.
Well, another part of his job, he was frequently at a place called DWTNSRDC. That stands for the David W. Taylor Naval Ship Research and Development Center, where they have a half silo building on its side, which is a U-shaped. I don't know. I forget the scale, but the models for the Navy boats they put in there, they're like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 feet long, 20 feet long. They put scale models of the boats they're developing in this wave pool generator to see how they react. If the design is, seaworthy. They put, the equivalent weight of the equipment of the stuff they will put inside it, like beds, radar, the equivalent weight of radar equipment on these models, and they test them. And my dad was in there all the time, so he's seen probably, I don't know, every top secret experimental craft they had from 1950 to 1985.
So this plane, this is a supersonic passenger plane that lands in the water. Actually rides and drives in the water.
Nice. Looks like it's got a nice missile rack on top too.
That's not missiles. I think that's engines.
Or propeller. Oh, those are propeller pods, probably.
I don't think it's got propellers. I think it's electric engines.
Well, they're not jets.
They might be jets. They might be electric powered jets.
Well, can somebody Google it and
I
find
got it
out?
on the page. It's on the page right now. That's where I'm at. I'm just waiting for it to finish doing its little load thing.
NASA's X-59 supersonic jet replaced the what? The bosom? Like
the boom, the sonic boom with the thud.
Quite.
It don't make that big. It don't make that big noise anymore.
Because it's so low to the ground. Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably got something to do with that gull wing design. That's probably what it is. Imagine leaving work in LA, San Francisco a little early Friday afternoon. Oh, damn, my screen went off. Next 5 or 10 years, yeah, see, these are going to be flying. So you'll be able to 1,381 miles an hour.
Wow.
Mach 1.8.
Yeah.
This is a commercial plane.
How many people does it hold?
It looks like it holds. Wow, look at this thing. It's a big old long nose on it.
It looks like it hold about 40 or 50 people or something like that.
Well, this is a different design on this one. I don't know if you can see this.
Well, we can't see what you're seeing. The screen hasn't changed here. We're still looking at that.
It's the one I'm looking at now is a whole different design.
We're not seeing it on the broadcast though.
No, and then where's it at? There it is. Let me see if I can find something better than that shit. Nah, they're just showing shit now, right? They're showing what they think design should look like. That doesn't help us.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Where did you go? Where are we? Where'd you go? Did I blink it out or something? I think I did. Yeah. I think I blinked it out. Oh no, I didn't. Just hit the
if they can launch planes underwater, I'm sure as hell they can launch drones. And save money.
They already I'm pretty sure drones are different. Drones you can put in a tube and shoot it out of a ballistic missile or a torpedo, and it'll take off and go. Because they don't weigh that much. It doesn't take it. But a fighter jet armed with missiles is a whole different thing. And machine gun bullets, that thing weighs a serious weight. What just kicked me off that page? I guess it didn't like what I was looking at. Well, bite me too. How's that? Mm-hmm. Let's go see. Let's go here. I put. Yeah, talking shit. Talking smack.
Hey, Carrie, do I need a haircut? I need a haircut.
She said, don't be talking dirty to her.
I mean, it's too early for Santa Claus look.
It's never too early for Santa Ho-Ho. Mr. Ho-Ho. Yeah, Elon believe in the planet. That's why he built it. Anyway, we got to go to break, so we're going to kick this up for break. Let me find the one.
You want me to play promos again?
Nah, this is an 11-minute long break, so we're just going to take it. Unless, for some reason, I don't pick it up and come back. But let's see. I'm a rich baby.
How about some baby Trump news for 11 minutes?
And let's talk about that fucking traitor Fetterman, man.
What did he do?
Fucking traitor. He's a traitor to the Democratic Party. Fuck him. Sean's like, wait, what's going on here? We talked about it last night. He gave up the blue slip, so they can't challenge this new judge Trump's putting in. Oh, we up on the screen, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. This is one of our favorite topics here, the F-47. Reaches speeds no fighter was supposed to hit. The one that China says is a piece of junk and is fake, not real. Even though ours is flying and theirs is not flying, but still.
But this one is ours?
This is ours, yeah. Here we go.
Mach 2, twice the speed of sound, over 1,500 miles per hour. The F-22 could do it, but every stealth fighter that came after it, including the F-35, was slower. Not because engineers failed, because speed and stealth were enemies. You could not have both. That was the rule. America just broke that rule. The F-47, the most classified fighter jet in American history, is built to hit Mach 2 and beyond, while being more stealthy than anything that has ever flown before it. Engineers said it could not be done. Stay right here, because what the U.S. Air Force just
Platforms
pulled
developed
off
in the 70s.
changes
These come from.
everything. Before we get into how they did this, you need to understand why it was considered impossible in the first place. Because once you understand the problem, the solution is going to hit you twice as hard. This is about a 50-year engineering barrier that every country on Earth believed could never be broken. Russia couldn't break it. China couldn't break it. Even America's own engineers called it an unsolvable trade-off. And then they solved it anyway. Let's go back to where this started. Through the 1970s and 80s, American jets were built for speed first. The F-15 Eagle hits Mach 2.5. The SR-71 Blackbird pushed Mach 3.2. Speed was the whole strategy. Then the threat environment changed. Enemy radar got more powerful. Missiles got smarter. A big, fast, easy-to-detect jet was no longer a survivor. It was a target. The answer was stealth. But stealth came with a brutal trade-off. When a jet flies at high speed, friction between the aircraft and the air creates enormous heat. That heat destroys radar-absorbing materials, the coatings that make a jet invisible to enemy radar. They crack, they warp, they stop working, and the moment that happens, your stealth is gone. This is exactly why the F-35, America's most advanced in-service stealth fighter, tops out at only Mach 1.6, slower than jets from the 1970s. Not because the engineers ran out of ideas, because going faster meant heat levels that would burn off the stealth coating. The physics wouldn't cooperate. The F-22 was the one exception, Mach 2.25 with stealth intact, but it cost a fortune, and the Air Force could only buy 100.
Because the skin is exotic metal.
Not enough for today's threats. So for 30 years, the rules stood. Speed.
The OLED S95H with glare-free technology.
Commercial. Skippy.
Say goodbye to distracting reflections even in bright rooms. The bold yet sleek float layer design elevates your room decor and mounts flush against the wall for a refined, sleek look. Explore over 5,000 inspiring works of art from
how much does that
world-renowned
cost?
artists and
$5,000 a
galleries
foot?
with exclusive artwork and curations only available on the Samsung Art Store. OLED TV from Samsung.
Destroys stealth. Pick one. Until the F-47. The breakthrough didn't come from a bigger engine or a lighter airframe. It came from a completely unexpected direction, one that almost nobody outside a classified Air Force lab saw coming. That's next. On March 21st, 2025, President Trump announced that Boeing had won the contract to build America's next dominant fighter. The name, the F-47. The contract, over $20 billion. Planned fleet, at least 185 aircraft. In May 2025, Air Force Chief of Staff General David Alvin released an official performance graphic, the first real public look at what the F-47 will do. The numbers were staggering. Top speed, Mach 2+. Stealth rating, Stealth++, a level that has never existed before. The F-22 is stealth.
It just means it's invisible to the naked eye.
F-35 is simply stealth.
Yeah,
The F-47 goes beyond both. Combat radius, over 1,000 nautical miles on internal fuel alone.
That's
nearly twice the operational reach of the F-22. Deep into enemy territory and back, no mid-air refueling needed. And it doesn't fly alone. The F-47 commands a swarm of AI-powered drone wingmen called Collaborative Combat Aircraft.
There are toothpastes that only freshen breath. Then there's new Crest Clean Breath, a toothpaste with an advanced formula that's bacteria neutralizing, long lasting, and clinically proven. Get that Crest Clean Breath.
craft directly from the cockpit. The pilot becomes a battlefield commander in the sky. If you believe the United States Air Force still builds the most powerful military machines on the planet, type yes in the comments right now. So how did Boeing and the Air Force combine Mach 2 speed with stealth that surpasses the F-22? What actually changed? Two things, and both of them are game changers. First, ceramic coatings. The old radar-absorbing materials on stealth aircraft had one fatal weakness: heat. At Mach 2, surface temperatures climb above 200 degrees Celsius. Those older coatings couldn't survive that. They degraded, and radar signals bounced back. The F-47's engineers developed a new generation of ceramic-based radar-absorbing coatings that hold up under extreme heat. They don't crack, they don't warp. Stealth stays intact even at Mach 2 and beyond. Think of the old coatings like wax on a car. Drive through fire and it melts. The F-47 ceramics are closer to space shuttle tiles, built to take the heat and keep doing their job. Second, adaptive cycle engines. GE and Pratt & Whitney are both competing to power the F-47 with this next-generation engine concept. These engines adjust how they operate in real time. Maximum thrust when speed is needed, maximum efficiency when range is the priority. No fighter in history has had that kind of flexibility from a single power plant in flight. Together, those two breakthroughs mean speed and stealth are no longer fighting each other on the F-47. For the first time, they work together. That is what breaking a 30-year rule looks like. But here is what almost everyone is missing. The speed and stealth are remarkable. They are not even the most important thing this aircraft does. There is something else, something that changes how air wars are fought.
I went to Men's Warehouse, the bowling
God damn it.
that use chill flex, which helps keep
It
cool
has the
under
ability
pressure.
to be a eye in the sky,
Like how they lost the fashion game before they even set foot in Rolling Thunder lanes. Please roll. Oh, I'm rolling. I rolling.
At a fundamental level, that is coming right now. The most dangerous part of any future air conflict isn't the dogfight, it's surviving the first few minutes in heavily defended enemy airspace. Modern surface-to-air missiles can track and engage even stealth aircraft at ranges beyond 100 miles. The question the F-47's designers had to answer was this: how do you keep a human pilot alive in that environment? Their answer is the most elegant solution in American aviation history. You don't send the manned aircraft in first, you send the drones. The AI-powered collaborative combat aircraft go forward into the high-threat zones ahead of the F-47. They jam enemy radar, they fire missiles, they draw fire, they absorb the most dangerous parts of the mission. The F-47 stays back at a safer distance, but it sees and hears everything the drones see and hear. All that sensor data flows to the cockpit in real time. The pilot commands the entire battle. And when the decisive moment comes, the strike that requires human judgment, the F-47 moves in. Fast, stealthy, and out before the enemy can respond. This is not just a better fighter jet, it is a completely new model of air superiority, crewed and uncrewed working as one force under one American pilot. The same American ingenuity that gave the world the F-15 and the B-2 stealth bomber built this. That spirit has not gone anywhere. If this aircraft is this capable, why hasn't it flown yet? And where does China fit in? Both answers say a lot about the world right now. Stay with me. The F-47's first official flight is scheduled for 2028. That might sound far off, but Boeing was not starting from zero when they won the contract.
That's wrong, fella.
Secret NGAD demonstrator aircraft have been flying since at least 2019. According to DARPA, those test planes logged several hundred flight hours before the contract was ever awarded. The design was already proven. The first production F-47 was already being built by the time the announcement was made. That kind of head start almost never happens in a major defense program. It happened here because the urgency is real. China is developing its own sixth-generation fighter programs. They have the resources and the intent. Major General Joseph Kunkel of the Air Force said it plainly. After studying every possible option, there was no viable path to air superiority against a modern, advanced adversary without the F-47. Nothing else comes close. Now look at the official numbers side by side from General Alvin's May 2025 graphic. The F-35, Mach 1.6, combat radius just over 1,000 kilometers, stealth. The F-22, Mach 2 plus, combat radius 950 kilometers, stealth plus. The F-47, Mach 2 plus, combat radius over 1,600 kilometers, stealth plus plus. That range figure is the one that should stop you cold. The F-47 reaches farther than the F-22, farther than the F-35, and farther than almost any tactical fighter ever built, while being faster and stealthier than both of them. In the Pacific, where distances are enormous and getting to the target is half the battle, that range changes everything. Congress approved $2.58 billion for the F-47 in fiscal year 2026, plus an additional $400 million to accelerate production. The national commitment is total.
It also makes you fast enough to outrun missiles.
Because I'm always here for the latest on health. Especially learning about taking next steps. Discover Mounjaro today.
Speed that was ruled impossible. Stealth beyond anything before it. Range that redefines what a fighter can do. And the ability to command AI drone wingmen from a single cockpit. The engineers who built this, the test pilots who flew those secret X-planes in the desert for years without recognition, and the Air Force leaders who refused to let this program die, they broke a rule that held aviation back for 3 decades. That is what America does. If this gave you something worth thinking about today, a quick like helps this channel reach more people who care about what American military strength actually looks like. And if you want more content like this, you already know what to do.
So, well, that was an informative video. He was right about one thing, but wrong about just about everything else. The thing he was right about was that these programs, that these planes we're seeing come out, the X-47, the X-74, all these guys, the Aurora space plane, all these programs
Alex Jones and Bill Cooper
came out of the 70s stealth programs, the F-117 being one of the first. But what started that was even further back in the 50s. They had 2 programs that they wanted to use right while they were trying to look for the replacement for the U-2. And the first program was the A-12. The second program was Have Blue. And these
scientists spent.
What would
happen if Iran got mad and started Third World War today? Iran would get ready for war and would attack Israel first.
All right, sorry, man.
These contractors usually ran concurrent programs to compete for different contracts. So we had the A-12 and the Have Blue competing for the replacement to the U-2. The A-12 won. They benched for the time being while they developed the SR-71 out of the A-12. They benched the Have Blue, and then that program actually had 2 different working models when it was benched. After the 71s came out, they took the Have Blue program, split it into 2 different contractors, and that's where we got the F-117. So that's what kind of actually does happen. So he's wrong about that. That's how the actual contracting works. Is that these planes didn't come up out of a necessary need or out of emergency. They had been working on them for the last 35, 40 years, number one. Number two, that also means that they had at least one full-size mock-up that actually had all the equipment working and running, meaning engines, cockpit, flight surfaces, all that stuff. So, so that means they've been flying for at least 10 to 15 of those years. So he's wrong about that. What we're going to find out about the X-47 is that it's going to be mostly an entirely drone package. I don't think they're going to make any human piloted ones. If they do, it will be after it proves itself as a drone platform.
Wait. The F-47 already has pilots. What do you mean? You lost it?
I thought they were trained. I thought they were turning it into a drone only platform.
No. So F-47. This is how this works because they don't trust drones yet. So the F-47 has 4 or 5 drones that's going to be with it all the time. So it's just basically a smaller version of the F-47 without a pilot, which means it has no G-force limits.
Well, which one is going to be the drone? Because they did have or is it the X-74 that I'm confusing for the X-47?
No, you're getting confused with that one the Navy has, the X, which I think is the same name, same letter, but a different.
Yeah.
No, different letter, same number. I think it's X-47.
It's like YF.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, which I might have that up on the screen in a second, but the F-47. So the F-47 is going to. So the F-47 is going to sit back there. It's going to fly into an area. Let's say we're going into Iran. We're coming up to the border out of Iran. We know there's going to be AAA and all kind of stuff. So he just cuts his drones loose. And his drones go in to full stealth. And they're coming in. And remember now, these are drones. So they can pull different Gs and they can fly fast speeds and they can fly below 500 feet, which means.
And they also are stealth plus, meaning they're invisible to the naked eye as long as the system is working.
And if one destroys itself, it's a loss, but it's not a F-47 loss. It's a drone loss. And no, Jack, because a lot of the stuff on the F-47 that's important is going to be stripped out of the drones. Drones going to be simply to go in and blow shit up. Well, they let them think it's at least some. But anyway, they don't want humans to operate each one, because humans may screw up. If you've got an F-47 guy in one plane running them, and the AIs are connected to the other 5 planes together, they're going to always move the way they're supposed to. They're not going to run into each other. They'll always be aware of each other. So, and they'll make great fighter coverage too. So you're coming into a group of fighters, you're cruising them about Mach 2.5, you're hauling ass, and you're coming into a group of fighters, you pop out sideways, let your drones loose, they come in flying at Mach 3, just unleash a shitload of missiles. As the missiles are just wiping them out, here comes the F-47 going, you fuckers are dead. Boop, 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 as he kills them as he comes through. Anything that got missed is now scrap. It's
the advantage of that is
a system.
He collects all the data where the firing from the ground came from, and it can be targeted in a second strike. Right?
Yeah. See, not just the ground, from the air too. Whatever anybody shooting at him.
I'm talking about the targets on the ground from the X-47. Once his drones are fired at from the ground positions, he knows where to go back and hit.
Yeah, anything that fires at those X-47s is now dead. Either the X-47 is going to kill it or the F-47 is going to kill it, but it's going to die because they now know where it's at no matter what it does. And they're moving at such fast speeds and with long distance, which means they can hang around longer and fuck.
They're moving faster than most missiles do, so they can outrun a missile.
Well, John, the
run its fuel capacity for sure.
Well, the hypersonic missiles are great, but even a hypersonic missile is going to have a hard time finding an F-47. And remember, they have drones that they can sacrifice.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the engine is, they don't have to sacrifice the drone. The engine is so fast, if it does catch a lock on them, that it can outrun its fuel source. The missile will eventually run out of fuel before the plane will.
Well, actually, if they're anything like the F-22s, what they'll do is they'll come in and they'll pop up. They can go ballistic if they want to, but what they'll usually do is they'll twist around and then drop down behind the missile and just shoot the fucking missile. I've seen 3 F-22s do that. Now that is bad ass. Ain't no F-15s can do that. I don't even know if the F-35 can do it, but the F-22 can. It is like, watch this, buddy. Because they showed that one guy, he was flying somewhere in Iran. They said he's dead. This missile is on his ass. He just and he kind of like this, and boom, he's behind the missile. I was like, son of a bitch. I've never seen that. He didn't even bother using his flare.
That's exactly what Mitchell Gant did in the movie. Charlton Heston? No, Clint Eastwood, where he steals the Russian plane that has the capabilities of our F-22. Yeah, Firefox. Yes, thank you. He does that exact thing when he's being chased by the other prototype Firefox. He goes and shoots the guy from behind.
Marco, so the move like this was always a common move. So this jet's coming up behind you. He's got you in lock. You just drop down, drop the thrusters, and he'll fly past you because you just went from Mach 2 to 200 miles an hour. He has no choice. If he tries to maneuver, he'll probably end up getting himself killed. Either way it goes, he's going to probably be dead after that anyhow. Because as he goes by, he's just going to hit the sideline, and it's going to go before you even get any distance.
I don't know why they call them sidewinders. They should call them AT&T because they kind of
because they fly like this, man.
No. But they also reach out and touch somebody.
Yeah, they do reach out and touch somebody, but they sidewind. That's why they call them sidewinders.
I know. I've seen how they fly. Yes,
they're not, but you know what, dude? So that's kind of an old wives' tale in a way because they're not really supposed to fly like that. They're supposed to go and go. But what happened was in the initial design, they put these little things on the tips of the wings. So when it took off, it would swirl out, and then it would lock in and go straight wherever it was going. It was a design flaw technique. But they said it looked so cool, they left it because it didn't affect the missiles, blowing anything out. It was stupid as well. Denise, what was that? There's always some bullshit one. Navy got some stuff with it, but no. So that's what these are going to be. This plane with these drones. Let's say we build 1,000 of them or 2,000, and then we build. So each one's got 5 drones. That was that 10,000 drones. Can you imagine that flying across your borders, just missiles raining hell on you? Well, no, China can't do it actually, Jimmy.
Because the drone wingman, people may not realize the scale we're talking here. We're not talking the drones that are going to be accompanying the 47s are big enough to put a person in.
So yeah, they are.
They're bigger than the Predator drones we currently have, and they look almost identical to the X-47, except for where the cockpit is. It's just a triangle, pyramid, whatever you want to call it. It's like an 8-sided dice.
It's no, John. It's weird. It's maybe
it's a weird looking plane. Yeah, it is.
Well, see what happened is Jay and I were doing a show one day, a couple of months ago, and we were having this problem because we got the planes were coming up with the same number, but they were completely different descriptions. And then when you got them on the screen, you were like, "Whoa, wait!" So here we go, right here.
Thank you, Terry.
This is the drone the Navy dumbed down.
We are getting yelled at by our people, guys.
Well, I'm not seeing it. Right? Wrong one.
No, it's up there.
Get off the screen. No, that ain't the one. That ain't it. I need the other one. Get off of there. That was the page I had to go to, but that's not the one that's got it playing.
Well, there it is.
47B was a successful step in the U.S. Navy's quest to build the first carrier-capable unmanned aerial vehicle.
Cool. You all came up
the
from your air
Pegasus project of the early 2000s. The service teamed up with its industry partners and developed a truly outstanding piece of engineering, a strike fighter-sized drone.
Go back.
Throughout the 2010 hearing, a strike fighter-sized. The service teamed up with its industry partners and developed a truly outstanding piece of engineering, a strike fighter-sized drone.
Hey, Mitch.
Throughout the 2010s, the X-47 underwent several modifications and a subsequent series of special tests that not only proved the concept was feasible, but demonstrated the machine's reliability.
There it is.
The expectations were sky high, and it was now time to prove if such advanced technology could be readily exploited, or if the mighty UAV was too progressive for its time.
I was drawing pictures of those things in the 1980s in high school.
It barely needs any room to get off the ground.
Proof of concept.
Yeah. Yeah,
until the 2000s, the U.S. Navy was not fully committed to developing a practical unmanned combat air vehicle, let alone one that was carrier-based. But then, the Sea Service partnered with the Air Force, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman in a concept exploration program led by DARPA to come up with a single solution for both services. The specifications called for an aircraft capable of deck launch and recovery, integration with command and control systems, and viable operation amidst a carrier's electromagnetic interface. Needless to say, the airframe had to withstand the corrosive effects of salt water. The Navy's interests included deploying the UCAV for reconnaissance missions as a means to penetrate into protected enemy airspace and identify targets for upcoming raids. Hence, in early 2001, the service awarded a contract to Northrop Grumman to develop an unmanned combat air system demonstrator that would be known as the X-47 Pegasus. The resulting demonstrator turned out to be a simple black arrowhead without a vertical tailplane. It had a leading edge sweep of 55 degrees and a trailing edge of 35 degrees, and 6 control surfaces with 2
Now that they
elevons
figured
and
out how
small
to do
flap
vector
structures.
thrust, the tails are going.
Plus, it was powered by a single Pratt & Whitney Canada JT15D5C small high bypass turbofan engine. While the flight test program did not involve weapons
I was
delivery,
drawing pictures
the
of that
aircraft was
very
equipped with
aircraft
2
in
weapons
1980s
bays,
in
able
high
to
school.
carry a 500-pound dummy bomb to simulate operational loads. Besides, the Pegasus would evaluate technologies for carrier deck landings. Nevertheless, the joint endeavor was terminated in 2006, and each service proceeded with its own projects. Consequently, the Navy selected Northrop Grumman's proposal for further development.
The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card spa.
Who hiss?
Whether you're a professional or just love getting hands-on with your home projects, Harbor
just seems disgusting.
Consistency. Almost an entire decade.
How long is this
In
thing
late
anyway?
2008,
11 minutes? Wow.
the Air Vehicle 1 prototype was completed and rolled out in Palmdale, California. But further work was needed due to its software's complexity. A year later, the aircraft underwent active towed taxiing tests, but didn't actually try taxiing under its own power until early in 2010. Formal flights started later than initially planned, with the first flight taking place in early 2011 at Edwards Air Force Base. However, the first flight performed in cruise configuration, with its landing gear retracted, wouldn't happen until the fall. Meanwhile, AB-2, the second demonstrator, first flew towards the end of that same year. Although the 2 demonstrators were initially planned to go through a 3-year test program, their performance was so consistent that
That's
preliminary
unusual. They don't
tests
usually
ended
build 2
after barely
demonstrator
16
models, but
flights.
wow.
Soon after, the
Well,
Navy
that's
continued
making
with sea
testing
trials,
places fast.
namely carrier
That's what
launches and
happened.
recoveries, and also
They usually
autonomous
budget for
in-flight
2 in case the
refueling.
first one breaks, yeah. but
Mish
they don't
has
know.
a
Vehicles were eventually
question.
refitted with aerial refueling equipment
What?
and software for the next stages. Notably, there were
Joe, Mish
What?
has a question.
What you got?
Can they
Mitch?
make a plane to keep out of gravitational forces?
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
100%, yes.
What do you mean? Boy, a plane.
Well, I think she's looking for. Is there one with a gravitational gravity drive engine? The answer is yes. There are several models we have.
There's at least 2 that I know. There's the Flux. Well, it's actually an Aurora, but it's called the Flux. And then there's another version of the TR-3B. There's 2 versions of the TR-3B. One runs on a magnetic drive. One runs on a gravity drive. And it's really weird because when you hear them talk about the drives, they both kind of operate the same way in pushing and pulling. But one uses gravity and one uses fields.
One uses mercury. One uses gravitational fields generated by a stable radioactive material.
So both of them do the same thing. One grabs hold to the magnetic field on the Earth and it starts pulling it through the ship. And as it does, as you pull along, you get faster. Each hand over hand over hand over hand, you get faster each time. Well, the gravity one works the same way. The only difference is it's using the forces of gravity of the planet to send you along your way. But it's not like people think. People don't think, when they think gravity drive, they're thinking, oh, it's like pushing. It's more like it's pulling.
No, Joe's not. Joe is not in the can. And Shelly Mish says, does it perform like a UFO?
Kind of, sort of. So the difference is like you can call the 2 different drives. One is more like an electromagnetic gravitic. The other is more like a fission gravitic. So the first one, it would be like it's being drawn forward by its opposite charge. So if the ship is positively charged on the outside, the negatively charged ions in the air draw it forward. Whereas with the gravitation one, what happens is it creates a larger bubble in front of the ship, which kind of draws the ship forward. That's the difference, how they work.
No, Jack, you're thinking of something else. That's using slingshot stuff. That's as you send people around and you sling people around the Earth 4 or 5 times at achievement speed, and then you sling them out, and then you sling them to the sun, and you sling them to Jupiter. And then by that time, they're doing 200.
For the gravity bubble, your ship is like covered in a bubble, and then in front of it, it creates a larger bubble that kind of your ship just kind of falls into. And where that bubble goes, that's where your ship goes. The other one, you're kind of actually being pushed along by the external charge of your ship.
Michio Keiko, when we were talking about this on the show, basically the way he's describing it didn't matter which drive we're talking about. He said basically you're just taking the negative charge and pushing it against the positive charge till they react. And he said that the reaction, depending on how intense the negative and positive charge was, the other one will be equal and opposite, which will be double back. So that's what gets you going. It's that's simpler than how it works, but it's as close as you can get in a layman's term. Now, there's an engine that I had proposed when I was young, which is basically take a nuclear reactor, run it up to overload, bring it to the point where it's going to overload, let all that power push up, fill up, push against everything, and then just have a port that opens and releases it. And you would get instant thrust. You'd get mega thrust. You'd 1,000,000 miles an hour easy or more. It'd be the easiest way to get to light.
But then you'd also, what you'd be spitting out the back end would be poisonous radioactive debris.
That's who cares? You're in space. It's all over the place. It's not anything new. So, and you're not going to use that engine to land or take off with. So, nah, Jimmy, I wouldn't. Frankly, an engine like that was going to probably be on a bigger ship, probably a ship that will mainly probably stay in orbit. It'll probably be one that comes out in pieces or something, part of it stays in orbit. Because, well, it depends on the drive. I mean, if you're only going from here to Mars and using a drive like that, well, then the radiation contamination will be gone, after a couple of years. But if you're, say, going to Proxima or somewhere further, it could be decades for that radiation. It depends on what they're using, what kind of power they use. Right now, so right this moment, Jay and I have talked about this on UFO Undercover, but they're developing drives. So there's a light drive that we've talked about that runs off a light. There's no moving parts in this engine at all.
What else moves faster in the universe than light, right?
So, and then there's a couple of other drives. So there's a drive that's going to work off of antimatter, and there's one for dark matter. Both produce so much power that they have no doubt that it'll propel anything past light speed. But again, there's so much more you need. First, before you do anything, you have to invent inertial dampers. It's the first time you get in your little spaceship and you go, Sean, punch it, baby. We're all splattered against the wall.
You're all goo, yeah. Like the frog we turned to goo with our rocket experiment.
That's not going to work, people. Yeah. we got to work that out right off the bat. Then, so Sean don't fly us into a supernova or a sun or a planet or something. We have to have sensors that can see far enough ahead that you can travel 100 times the speed of light and still see out 1,000 years ahead of that.
See what's in your path in the way to your destination. Yes,
this is so See, to me, this is mind-boggling. Okay, and I mean, I'm your average Joe, and I'm really interested in what you're saying here. But man, I am so confused. It's just like Star Trek.
Well, this is actual real science, though. This is real science.
Real science. I mean, what more do they want to freaking do? What?
Okay, another universe. I mean, we want to go to another planet. We want to get out there. Look, Earth is great.
Wait a minute. We're not even finished talking about navigating at the speed of light. So what Joe's talking about is just from here's your ship and here's your destination. You need to be able to see what's in your path to the destination. But what you also need to see is things that might be coming from way, way, way away that might intersect your path. So you not only do you have to see what's in your path to go around it, if there's anything you have to go around, but you have to see what's in basically a 360-degree cylinder in your direction of things that might pass through.
All right, I love you guys to death. You are my best friend, but to be honest, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
Space navigation ain't easy, man.
Hey, you want to?
Am I going to be navigating? Do
you want to visit God? Do you want to visit?
Yes,
God?
you will be.
If you want to ever meet God, you better learn how to get in a damn spaceship because he don't live around this neighborhood.
Oh man,
you know what? Purgatory if you're here, baby. If you don't have
there's no such thing as purgatory. There's no such thing as purgatory. There's no purgatory.
Kevin, that's what they said about the train. The human body can't survive going 25, 35 miles an hour. They were wrong about that.
Let me ask you this, Joe. Do you want to go see God? You want to meet God?
God and I had a talk a long time.
Yes, because I want immortality, and I want super razor sharp razor claws that come out of my forefingers or between my fingers, and a bone skeleton just like Wolverine with instant regeneration. That's what I want. Immortality,
really
regeneration.
Why? Why would you want mortality, Jay? Why?
Immortality. I want to be around.
No, he wants
to be around forever. Yeah,
he wants to live forever.
Immortal.
Like
I'm already mortal.
Live forever, Queen.
Oh
baby.
my God, Jay, man. Okay, God bless you. I hope that works for you.
Every religion, the gods promise immortality. That's what I want. I want that stuff. I want it.
Good.
You sure that wasn't
immorality? And if on top of that they can give me Wolverine's powers and metal skeleton and razor sharp claws, you know.
And you'd be sitting on the damn beach waiting for it to happen.
Yes, sir.
The beach is bitching.
Hey, Batgirl.
Hey, Vet.
I'd be waiting for it.
Hey, Vet.
If they gave you a pill that says, "Okay, Jay, take this pill, you'll be living forever," would you take it?
Yes, I would.
God bless you.
Well, that's a friend of mine said he's a vampire. He goes, just so if I make you a vampire, would you be happy? I said, no, I'd kick your fucking ass and drive a stake through your heart. He's like, dude, what are you being immoral? I said, first off,
me neither, Kevin.
I said, first off, we'd have to get a hair job. We'd have to lose some weight. We'd have to get all pumped up and get in good shape. But then maybe I could think about living for eternity. But not even then, because frankly, vampires don't have sex. I mean, who wants to live without sex, man? Get out of here. Screw that idea.
You will be living with droids. I mean, there's not going to be no freaking whatever Wolverine dudes, man. You're going to be dealing with robots and, you know, press this button.
Why do you think I want to have razor sharp claws like Wolverine? So when the robots come back and go.
So right now, in case y'all didn't know this, you can buy a personal thing that you can get into and walk around your house and lift up heavy objects, lift up your car and stuff. They got these little robotic suits for humans now. And they're gonna start selling. I said next year, a year after, they're gonna start selling your personal robot for your house. I'm buying one and naming it Sean now.
Right.
Right. Decided.
How in the hell are you gonna eat? That sword's nothing, man. That's too old. You got to come up with something else, Jay. You got to come up with something.
I'm gonna eat by telling the damn
most powerful weapon in the universe. It's on this planet somewhere.
Okay. Mish said, "Oh, Jay, come on. You would cut something off when you went to that boo."
I'm actually a weapons expert, so no, that wouldn't happen.
Good one, Mish. You know what a loo is, right, Jay?
It's a toilet. Yes, I know, Sean.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Just kicking me up balls next time. Anyway, where are we at on this thing? Let's go back to this.
I don't know, but
ever armed. Then, as the test crew continued refining the remote control techniques required for proper routine functions, akin to a piloted aircraft, the engineers' most significant challenge became overcoming the maritime environment's corrosive effects on the vehicle's exposed surfaces.
It don't look like it takes hardly any runway.
First, in early 2012, the company tested a wearable remote control system that allowed ground crews to manually steer the drone along the deck. Then, halfway through the year, the model began high-intensity electromagnetic interference testing. Aircraft carriers represent perhaps the most complex electromagnetic spaces on any surface ship whenever their multiple radars and systems are switched on.
Yeah.
The X-47B initialed its carrier-based evaluation aboard USS Harry S. Truman in November, and in less than a month, the prototype successfully completed the first at-sea test phase. Fortunately, the aircraft proved to be compatible with the carrier's flight deck, hangar bays, and communications systems. By the summer of 2013, the X-47B performed an arrested landing on a simulated carrier deck at Patuxent River, Maryland, and a few days later, it launched from USS George H.W. Bush, marking a milestone in drone development, as it was the first time a UAV was catapulted off an aircraft carrier. After launching, the UAV was transferred over to a second pilot, who flew it successfully from the Chesapeake Bay to Naval Air Station Patuxent River. Later, it also proved capable of achieving touch-and-go landings and take off from the deck while underway.
So it can be autonomous or controlled, huh?
The X-47B also accomplished the first arrested landing of a UAV on a carrier at sea, further propelling the program forward in its mission to create the first carrier operational drone.
Look at you can see the tail hook
However,
tucked up. Wow,
the model
cool.
had a technical issue during the third try and was diverted to the Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia. As one of its 3 navigational subsystems failed, the remaining 2 identified the problem and alerted the operator, who followed the protocols to abort the landing attempt. The mishap ended up proving the drone's reliability and autonomy.
They'll do anything to keep the optimum advantage.
It's a badass little drone, is all I can say.
Yeah. That's a cool little robot, but remote controlled Hoosier, what's it? Can you imagine being the guy behind the remote flying those things? That would be badass.
Yeah, I think they were
Well, you know what they did over in Ukraine? When Ukraine came out with the drones, they got people who did war games or worked on computers or joysticks in order to fly their drones over there.
Yeah, because you got to know what you're doing.
You have to learn, yeah.
But they didn't have to learn. They just here.
No, otherwise, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Otherwise, you'd have to learn, yeah.
And I know a friend of mine who is in the Corps. Okay, a very good friend of mine is in the Corps. There's a program going on out there that is top secret about men in drones.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There was a song in the 70s. You remember it? Send in the drones.
Send in the clowns. Yeah.
Oh, is it the clowns? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Trying to find some.
Good question. Right. Mish wants to know any games are possible.
Well, okay. So if you want to see which games they're looking to see who are good candidates, you'd have to go to like the video game stores and watch the guys in the Men in Black and see which kids they follow on the way out, and in which games those kids are playing. Then you know which ones are the recruitment games.
Let's see.
Otherwise, you're living in chat rooms until you find it.
That's on my bucket list.
What's that?
Well, you know what? That's say how you want to live forever, right?
Yeah.
I want to meet a man in black. I want to meet
There you
him.
go.
That's on my bucket.
I've met him more than once. Beta.
Yeah, they're not friendly people, dude. They're not even really people.
It's not even that they're not friendly. They always leave this feeling behind. They're very telepathic, very empathic. If I had to coin them as anything, I'd coin them as hybrids. It's
they leave a bad taste in your mouth after they're gone.
Even though I have had some approach us as simple things like at the casino that night where you thought you lost us. Yeah, but we did glitch you. You just knew I was going to the casino. That's all. But you didn't follow me here. You was waiting for me. So that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Or like when they came out to the job site to tell me to stop talking about the alien agenda. That was fucked up.
He called me on my phone repeatedly and when they didn't directly, but through indirect innuendo, they threatened my life.
Well, I don't know. It's
Men in Black.
Well, I tell you
yes,
what,
Men in Black harassed my phone.
So the Men in Black part, we've been harassed before, and that part didn't actually scare me. I just figured I'd shoot the motherfucker. But when I was doing that job site that day, because I had almost 25 guys on booth with me. We're doing some roofer guys. They're big boys. They ain't even little guys. And these two guys pull up in this gray SUV with tinted windows, get out the van, stand there and look at us. I'm looking at them and looking at us. And I knew they were feds from the get-go. At least that's what I thought they were. So I figured one of the boys had some problem with the feds, probably income taxes. So I'm asking everybody, and they're like, no. And finally, the guy's like, and I'm pointing at people and shit. He said, I went like this, and he was like, oh, fuck, what did I do? So I go to get down the ladder. It was so funny. You have to go to the ladder, like 10 of the guys rushed up. we'll come down with you, Joe. Don't worry, we got your back. Dude. So I don't think you think what it is. But anyway, so I go down there, and as I come back, because I actually had my gun on, I was actually carrying a 1911 9mm at the time, and I come down off the thing.
I had one of those.
Yeah, well, they're good little guns. I mean, they're not the best.
Yeah,
they're good little guns.
I had a Springfield 9mm 1911. It was nice. I liked it.
Yeah. So as I come down off the ladder, my jacket slipped this way so you could see the gun, right there. So when I hit the bottom step, your boy unbuttoned his Armani suit with one finger and pushed it back over his 9mm so I could see it. And as your boy came around the other side, he did the same thing so I could see his Glock. So this is like some fucking Western. I'm thinking, we're going to have a shootout. Is what's going to happen here.
Right.
I'm thinking, bitch, between you.
Boom, boom, boom.
But you see, the bad part is what they wouldn't have known is the boys on the roof, half of them probably had guns too. So it would have been like, okay, corral.
Right. Don't forget the guys on the roof.
There'd have been raining bullets on their heads, man. I was like, so anyway, so I walk over. And the guy's like, he knew who I was right off the bat. And he starts this really pleasant conversation. We really like what you do. We're happy how you talk about this. And we're happy you started out with USA and started waking up the country. It's nice that you let us interfere in the calls and ask questions and stuff. And he went on for about 10 minutes. And then he said, he said, oh, I like what your wife's wearing. He described her outfit. She's sitting in the waiting room with her, waiting on her doctor right now. He's busy with some other patient. She even described the other patient. And then he said, oh, wait, looks like she's going in there, which means he had somebody fucking there. So then he tells me where my son's at and what he's doing. I said, oh, look, I get the message. I said, what the fuck? And I said, because at this point, it wasn't threatening me. He was threatening me. So then he knew that would work more efficiently than threatening me. So I said, and I asked him,
was that thunder at your house?
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one. It rattled the windows.
Wow.
He goes, we just don't want you talking about alien agendas. I'm like, why? I said, it's speculation. She said, you know damn good and well it's not speculation. And he said, you're not supposed to be talking about it. He said, you've been told before that you have freedom that other people don't have about talking about shit. But if you're going to abuse it, then there's going to be consequences. I was like, well, we're trying to abuse it. I was doing my fucking job and talking about alien agendas. And matter of fact, I was talking about alien agendas with fucking Alfred Weber of all people. That's what it all started with. But he was a science advisor, not the science advisor for Jimmy Carter, one of his science advisors. And I was like, well, I said, that's what you want. I'll leave the alien agenda. I just want to talk about what I think they're here for, what they're doing here, and why they're here. I said, I didn't realize it struck such a hard nerve. So then I went home and sat down and listened to the show and realized, oh, shit, that's why it struck such a hard. We got to really into some detailed shit. And then we had some people call in that were definitely somehow affiliated with some programs because they had some deep ass shit. And then so about 3 weeks passed. I go to pull archive. Archive's nowhere to. What the fuck? So I called Jeff. Jeff said, they cleared everything, Joe. He said, as far as I know, there is no copy of that anywhere. Period. He said, I don't have one. They wiped. He said, not only they wiped like it's his last 2 months worth of work off his radio station. 16 inside Iowa. So she was like, well, that's. I said, well, that fucking sucks. A couple months go by. I get a email with an attachment. I'm really funny about attachments and emails. So I look at it. And I said, well, you know what? I said, I got an old computer that's not connected to the web. I'll open it in there. And I did. And it was the fucking archive.
Wow.
Clean, crisp, nothing on it. I checked it out for viruses. It was the archive. And the stamp came out of, I'm pretty sure, Norfolk.
Wow. That's a Navy facility right there. Norfolk, Newport News.
Yeah, it's a big one too. So I was kind of like, we used to get a lot of problems out of Norfolk. We used to get, Norfolk used to have a hacking facility. It had a facility that all the time you'd see it. What they would do is they would do denial of service attacks by just pinging the shit out of your servers until they crashed, or pinging the shit out of your router until it crashed. Well, the new ones you can't really do that to. So they'll just divert it to somewhere else. They'll send it down to hell or something. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I think I want some cake and ice
cream. Ooh.
Kerry, you talk too damn fast. How you like that? That's it. Where's the bounce button? Give me a damn bounce button. I'm bouncing this person. No, oh, you're talking about what I said earlier. So when Jay and I first did this research on this new Navy drone, the Navy designed this drone, not the X-47, but a different. That it basically was like out of a horror movie. It came alive, basically. They had to dumb it down. They said it was too smart. I don't know what the hell they meant by that, but they said it was too smart.
Yeah.
The admiral in charge said it was so smart that it was super scary. His worked. And they dumbed it down. I don't know what it was about. And they decided to scrap it and went with a whole different drone. The X-47 is badass. I don't know what fighter jet they're going to get. Maybe I don't know if they're going to get the F-47 too, or if they're getting something else. I haven't heard about a new fighter from the Navy.
But also the funny thing is people may not realize this. Area 51, mainly the design for that, the reason for building that was for the CIA, and it was built by we talked about them earlier in the show. EG&G was it Edgerton, Germershausen, and Greer. They built the facilities, initial facilities there, and they're no longer a contractor. They've been absorbed by other military-industrial complex contractors and no longer exist as a entity. However, the Navy has facilities out there. Just FYI.
Found Nevada.
But Area 51 and S4 and Area 53 and 52, yes, the Navy has facilities within the Nellis range.
Let's see. Current status, current selection. The Pentagon has approved program for postponing the select January 26 design at the F-8XX military machine. Northrop Grumman was eliminated early in competition. F-8XX engines, AI, estimated up to 1,700 miles. Mach 3.5. Oh man, see how long that isn't the F-47. We know what the F-47 does now. I guess the Navy's going to go with the F-47. I wish they'd stop doing that shit.
Well, so I mean, I guess that's what we're going to find out is that the drone is going to go out with the manned fighter of the same number.
I guess, but they're developing. Well, maybe the Air Force is going to use the Navy drones.
But I'm sure they're going to change the distinguishing marks on them. So when the 71, the SR-71, that is, when it was flying with its drone platform in the 50s and 60s, they had what they called either the D-21, D-25, or D-27 drone, and each one had a different type of, let's just say, sensor package underneath that would be used for spy purposes. So that's what they're probably going to have to do with these things. Is you're going to have the X-47 fighter jet's going to become the F-47, and the drones will become D-47A, 47B, whatever the distinguishing thing is. It what design feature they go with, whether it's the first one A or the second one B or the upgrade C, etc. And that's what we'll see. You'll have X-47 and his drones, D-47s or whatever. They may even change the numbers. I don't know, but they'll be designated by a D.
Well, I'm just wondering if they're going to give the 47, the X-47 is going to be used by the Air Force. Since the Navy's going to use the F-47, and that's going to be their flight package for the F-47.
Unless they're going to marry both packages, it's not uncommon for the Air Force and the Navy to share equipment. Or not that they share it between the services, but they share the same.
Well, the same body anyway.
Right, the same airplanes or the same, model.
Navy requires a little bit more rugged aircraft than the Air Force does. Their rules are a little stricter. That's why you got what is it, A, B, C, and D?
Yes, right. That's why there are several differences between Navy and Air. Air Force doesn't really necessarily have to land on things on the ocean.
Yeah, they would rather not. Their pilots hate it. They're like, no, man.
It's nuts. I mean, who would think about landing on a 5 foot wide strip of concrete in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? I'd probably shit my pants every time I did it.
Jack, it's Watching people land, take off in Cali is insane. Yeah, we used to go sit.
No, Kerry. So the X-47 allegedly, from what we were getting in the videos, has what they call stealth plus plus. Stealth plus plus means it is invisible to radar, invisible to sonar, and invisible to the naked eye and most other electronic detection devices, including infrared.
Yeah, I've been looking. I know we watched that clip that day where they were showing how it goes invisible, but I can't find it. I was looking for it earlier. It just disappeared.
I'm sure they don't want that going out there so people can't figure out how it works. But yeah, it's allegedly you could be looking directly at it and it can engage the entire cloak system and it'll disappear directly in front of you. It could still be there. It could have well, I don't know if you'd hear it fly off. It would have engines. You'd hear it. But if it disappeared in front of you, you wouldn't know if it had moved or not, if it were silent. How about that? Does that help? Yeah.
No, Paper Tigers up next. It's a new show, yeah, called Paper Tigers. They're up next, yeah.
Is it a martial arts karate show?
Yeah. I gave Whispers Sean's spot on Sunday.
Oh.
So it's like, wait, what? No. I was just seeing if he was still awake. That's all. I was just seeing if he was awake.
I don't know, but with me, guys, honestly, I'm still trying to comprehend what y'all were saying 45 minutes ago.
Don't worry about that shit. That shit's not. Look, are you planning on being an engineer or something and didn't tell us about it?
No.
So I tell this to people all the time because people will sometimes like at Writers of the Future, we were having a geek conversation at the table, 5 of us. So what I tell people is, look, somebody kept saying, well, I don't understand this. Don't worry about it. This isn't something you're going to probably ever have to deal with. We all grew up in science, so it's something that we've talked about from young kids, so it's easy for us. But science is complicated, and it's for the average everyday layman, it's hard to understand. There's lots of stuff I don't understand about the universe, but science is a thing I just really, really geek out on. I really enjoy. But
says Joe, please your mic.
Do what? Hello. What am I doing?
She wants you to fix your mic. You sound still kind of like you're in a box.
What the fuck? What's this? We're touching some stuff.
Me and Jay will pitch in and buy you a new.
Yeah, I think I need one. Wait, where are we? So, okay, we're all the way to the left, to the right, to the left. Okay. So, listen, I'm a tablet.
Carrie says, I would love an off YouTube war chat. Then we can really talk some stuff.
Actually, we get pretty serious. Did you listen to last night's show? Frankly, there's a couple times I thought for sure we was getting tossed and Michelle was going to fire one of these two. Well, she can't. Oh, well, no. Now we know who's going to get fired. She said she can't fire Sean because you got 2 shows.
She's going to fire me.
No, she said she can't fire you because you got 2 shows.
And I'm on 4.
But she said Jay don't actually host his own, so he got to go.
Yeah, I don't host my own, but I am on 4 shows.
She's mean. Yeah, I understand. She bullies me all the time. I'm like,
that's 10 o'clock, guys.
Yeah, they can go to hell. That's all I got to say. It's I miss the old days when I just say fuck y'all and go an extra 3 hours and shit. It's
yeah.
News on what's his name is on.
I don't know, but do you know anybody named what's his name? I never met no what's his name. Yeah. I need to go over there and crash.
I'm trying to think of the name. My mind just drew a blank because I'm still
it's
trying
not
to.
It's not Darren.
I'm still trying to. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it Darren?
That's Don't Whistle at Night. Don't Whistle at Night.
Yeah. Where is it?
Damn, sure.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be doing The Way of Life with Mao Key.
He gets some good guests. He does. He has some good shows. Real good shows.
Maybe we should say Indian. Play Indian Reservation on our way out.
Oh, no.
Cherokee Reservation, that's it.
Cherokee, yeah.
People.
Yeah, Cherokee Nation, yeah.
We might be able to play
saying,
that without getting in trouble.
Was that Paul Revere and the Raiders?
Yeah, that's what it was. What? Where you at? Oh, because where you at? It's right. You're in Aussie land.
Ozzy Osbourne, Australia.
No, there's a way to fix it. I can't remember. I had 2 friends down there that used to use Power Talk. It's because we've been thinking about opening a new room on Power Talk for the station. We already got one over there, but we've been thinking about opening it full time. It's when I see we're on such weird different times. You got to catch me earlier in the day. We might be able to walk through it. I have to turn mine on and see. But sometimes there's settings in there. Sometimes security on your computer's like, no, we're not letting Power Talk on the computer. Thank you, people. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Norton used to hate him. Norton was like, "Fuck you. You do not belong on this computer because it don't like open sources." Well, if that's the case, you can roll it back. You can go into where you can remove your programs on your Windows, and you can roll it back. There's a rollback setting in there somewhere. If not, you can just delete the fuckers and go back and put it in. Sometimes what you have to do is just take it all off your computer. So you got to go in, take Power Talk off, but you got to do a search and make sure all the Power Talk's off, and then reinstall it.
Yeah, and then after you do that, you got to go into your startup menu and uncheck mark. If you unless you like it being turned on whenever your computer comes back awake. I can't stand that. It's like they got 2 programs that my friends put on here to stay in communication, and they're never on those 2 devices. One's like a video game chat room, and the other's the Pow Talk I put on there. But every time I turn my computer off, turn it back on, they both go, and I don't know how to get into my start menu and turn them off. So look out for that.
It's I hate when it comes in on the start menu. Like that's a pain in the ass. But if you catch it in the beginning, it'll usually let you turn it off.
Yes. And if not, there's a way to do it through like your settings. But
in Mitch's case, she just needs to go in and take it all off her computer and reinstall it since it's been a long time. Because there'd be 1,000 updates otherwise.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Power Talk was forever updating. No, I've been thinking. Well, no, we own. It's called UFO Alien Phenomena. We own that group. We still own it. But for 15 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it was a support group for people who had contact. It was a damn good group, too. It was a big one. But as the station grew and people started moving around and getting on different chat groups, how things go, things change. But I've been thinking about bringing it back. Part of it was my fault because I was busy and couldn't spend the time in it I used to spend it. Because you got to have admins that want to hang out, talk, chat, mess with people. And at that time, I had like 3 different careers going on. It's insane. Who cares? Bruce just made as much money off of this as he can. Bruce Springsteen sucks big money dogs.
Oh, sorry, Mish. Yeah, I nodded off.
Did you nod off, Sean? Shame. Well, you've been working, so.
All right, Joe. We're not going to give you no ice cream. So that's Joe Biden's thing nodding off. Yeah, it's Joe Biden, and when Joe Biden nods off, you don't get no ice cream. So.
Thanks, Mish.
No ice cream for Sean.
I feel like Joe Biden because I'm sleeping.
It's well, this was before social media carried. Power Talk. So originally there was Yahoo had this chat system where you could make a room and go on and have fun. But then chat, they didn't give you any control, so room raiders used to come in from all around the world, cause all kind of trouble. Then Fire Talk started, and AOL started, and then there was MSN chat, and they were all chatting. And then this guy developed Power Talk, which had video and audio and room controls, room admins, and all kind of really nice stuff. So everybody I had ICQ too, and then we all just started hanging out at Power Talk, and it grew really fast. It's really nice. It's still there. It's still there. Yeah. It still has a few million people on it. I haven't had time to really sit and look at it. I wanted to see. We'll probably start using it again once we find if there's a key code for StreamYard. Jason, yeah, I fired him today, actually. Yeah, I'll talk about it this week because I got to talk to Michelle about it first. But yeah, I fired the TV company today. We're with them for another. We're with them till the end of till the first week of next month, and then we'll be with somebody else here. But y'all get all that information when you need to. I caught them doing bad things. That's all. Can't talk about it right now, but shit happens. I don't put up with stuff like that.
What I do
no,
wrong?
Pal Talk is just Pal Talk. Not you. You're good. Pal Talk is just Pal Talk. It's this whole separate entity. www.paltalk.com. Even after all this time, it's still a thing. You know what? Is it on? Where is it on this computer? I haven't seen it lately. My computer mate took it off and said, "Get the hell off of here." Well, I don't see it on my screen. It's got to be in my program somewhere. No, we used it a lot, and I'm not kidding you. But when I say we used it, we used the hell out of it. It was, oh yeah. I mean, it was insane how much we put Pal Talk to work. Like I said, there was always someone in there, always. I went down and see it, and it's usually open, huh? I wonder. No, maybe not. I was going to show you, but I think I took it off this computer for some reason or another. I was working on something. No, I'll look at it this weekend and see what it is. Maybe I'll put it back on. But we do have to go because Whisper should be starting in about 3 minutes.
Yes.
Sean,
they're probably playing their promos now.
Sean's got to go stare at the ice cream we can't have now because he was a bad boy. But other than that.
Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Yeah, y'all be sure to come check out Sean. He had such a shitty audience last week. It was like 50 people.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about Sunday, Sean?
Sunday, tomorrow, I'm having my brother on, and he's been playing Dungeons and Dragons since 1982, and we're going to have a show on it.
Really, tell him if he's really nice to me, I'll introduce him to Larry.
Larry Elmore, yeah. Larry Elmore.
If he's a real Dungeons and Dragons player, he'll know who Larry is.
Okay. He's the artist. He's the artist we had on, right?
Yeah, the Dragon King.
Yeah, Larry's a personal friend.
Yeah, I've met him. He's very cool.
I met actually a couple of people from Dungeons and Dragons now that work there. I've met a few of the artists that work there, and a few of the illustrators, and I've met 2 of the writers. It's an interesting group.
Yeah, and tell your brother, I got him beat by about 3 years. I started playing in 1977.
Denise, don't take this the wrong way, baby, but I've never even played one game of Dungeons and Dragons, never. It's not that I'm anti it. I think it's a cool game. It's somehow or another. So most people start playing in their teen years or their early or their middle years. Well, those years were extremely busy for me, and then all of a sudden I found out what girls were, and that was even made it worse. And then my dad died when I was 16, which made it even worse. So for a while there, I was just I went into service and I got out. I was just drinking, partying, and acting like an ass until I was in my 30s. So the only game that I actually even played was darts or cards, and that was both were for money.
What's the name of that artist?
Larry
Elmore.
Mr. Dragon himself. He's responsible for the dragons of Dungeons and Dragons.
He's Forgotten Realms. He wrote a lot of stuff in that. He did stuff with the Ravenstone.
He's got a lot.
Their vampire, their resident vampire. I forget his name, Ravenclaw or Ravencroft, whatever it is.
I'm gonna have John. I'm gonna have Carmen book him just so we can talk about his art.
I hope so.
I want to get in on that because I want to ask him if he'll make me a vampire dragon.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna give like $15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Night, vet girl.
Okay.
Good night, vet girl.
Look at that kitty cat. What kind of kitty cat is that? That you got there?
That's not kitty cat, man.
Oh, it looks like a kitty cat.
He calling you a pussy.
It's no bigger than a kitty cat.
That earphone here because the giant kitty cat is killing me.
All right, guys, I gotta go. We gotta go.
All right, gotta go.
Sean,
It was nice talking with you tonight. Gotta go.
All right, nice talking, guys, and I'll see you next week.
All right.
Yes,
maybe
sir.
earlier.
Maybe earlier.
That is my demon Lola, the slave doll. That is Princess Fiona's servant.
Yeah, we gotta get Michelle to make a rule that you can't wear a black shirt and have Lola at the same time.
I know, but the problem is this is actually a dark blue. Well, I guess it's dark blue.
Yeah,
so I had her.
Has the same effect.
I had her with me for an hour on Arthur's quill tonight. Nobody even noticed her.
Yeah, because she blends in.
Yeah, they were like, and then when I finally moved it, she said, "Did you change the way you wear your shirt?" And I said, "I put my dog there." Your dog? I was like, "Yeah, my dog." They said they seen Fiona's pretty face when she was up there. Yeah. Oh shit! Did I turn off stream?
No, you didn't. I thought you were. Yeah,
I turned it off. I just making sure.
No, we're still streaming. It says end stream on my side.
Oh, we are still streaming. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, we can't play that. It's too late now. It's the thing. She claimed there was an alien base on the moon. Well, yeah, we do UFO stuff a lot. I mean, we cross it a lot. That's fine, people. I tell you. Anyway, good night, everybody. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know, Claro, it bums us out not being able to play music yet, but you know, we're going to work that out for YouTube because we can play it everywhere else. So we're gonna do a membership for YouTube
until we get out of double secret probation. We got to be good.
So anyway, on that note, again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and Jay and Sean and everybody who's hanging out tonight. I hope y'all have a good Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. Sleep in. I actually finally slept more than 4 hours last night. I was shocked when I woke up, figured I slept 8 hours.
Yeah, I almost fell over when I woke up after 7 or 8 almost.
I know my legs actually hurt when I got out of bed. I was like, what the hell? Was I running or something last night? Anyway, guys, thanks. I know they're not used to it. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Go check out Whispers. Let us know what you think. Write to me at iCarCox.net.
It's whistles, not whispers. Whistle, don't whistle.
Oh, it is whistles. So I don't know where to get. It's because we used to have a show on a network called Whispers Radio. Anyway, good night, everybody. It's stuck in my head. I got to get it out of there.